to another 10 Talks with my guest, Lonestar Colt. Thank you all for coming, and Colt, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime.
There's so many people here today. Why is everyone giving thumbs up? Colt, do you want to start with introducing yourself?
Yeah, sure. Howdy, folks. The name is Lonestar Colt. I'm a rootin' tootin' gunslinging outlaw from the Wild West, part of the South Side. And I'm here today because I was invited, and this person's pretty cool. So I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Oh, that's really nice. So you said you're part of Southside. That's the group that a few other VTubers are in, right?
Yes, I can name them all off the top of my head, but it's like a long list.
Yeah, I was creeping on the list today. I saw a few names I recognize, but that's really cool. What made you join them, or did they offer you, or were you guys all friends and you were just like, we're gonna form a VTuber guild?
So yeah, so a lot of people get confused about what the South Side really is a lot of the time. It's not like an official VTuber group, right? 3 a.m., Phase Connect, Hololive, those are like official VTuber groups. Southside is just a little group of friends that decided to band together just to become a little bit more organized with each other.
Oh, like Girls FC.
Exactly. It's like Girls FC. It's not like a big official thing. It's just a group of friends.
That's so nice. It must be really nice to have a group that you know you can always rely on for things like collabs.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason I joined them is actually a funny story. I've known Toma Keys for a very long time. Toma Keys and Cali Calico. Those were the two that I knew from the South Side forever. Like since the start of my VTubing career 3 years ago, I've known them, right? And they all joined the South Side, and I was like, I want to do a collab where I play Mario Party on stream. And it was my very first Mario Party collab I've ever done. And I decided, hey, what if I invite Toma Keys to the collab? Because I know her. And she was more than happy to play Mario Party with me. And then she suggested that I invite Koki and Meat. I had never, I've watched their streams before, but I've never really talked to them past, like, a few questions that I asked or starting her out, you know? And I shot my shot essentially, right? Because they were like really big VTubers. Even like back then they were like really big. And so I was like, yeah, I'll hit them up. And I asked them, hey, do you want to play Mario Party with me? And immediately Koki was like ride or die, like instant yes, like for no reason. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't expect that. I guess now I have to actually try and make this a proper thing. And so we played Mario Party. In the middle of the Mario Party stream, I was kicking everyone's ass because I'm a god gamer like that. And she says to me, Colt, you sound like Jean-Ralphio from Parks and Rec.
Oh, I hear that a little bit, actually.
I was like, I have never seen Parks and Rec. So I was like, who the fuck is that? And she's like, did you ever go to like Tumblr back in the day? I was like, yeah. And I was like, do you know the don't be suspicious? Don't be. And I was like, oh, yeah. That clip was sent all over the place. I didn't know that. Do I sound like that? And she goes, yeah. Who else did Ben Schwartz play? Ben Schwartz being the actor for Jean-Ralphio. She was like, Sonic the Hedgehog. You sound like Sonic the Hedgehog. Because he plays Sonic the Hedgehog in the new movies. And I was like, what? Oh. And so she was like, can you do your best Sonic voice? Can you just do it? And I was like, yeah, sure, let me try it. And I was like, you'll never catch me, Eggman.
Oh, that's really good.
and she was just like, oh, okay. So I was planning to do a Sonic read-along. Like a Sonic movie read-along with the rest of the South Side and Congo and stuff like that. I want you to be our Sonic. And
that's
I was
awesome.
like, okay. And that happened, and a little bit after that, she invited me to the South Side because I guess I just vibed with them, you know?
Yeah.
And so thank you, Sonic the Hedgehog. You made me meet all my friends that I have.
It's so funny. I was thinking about that the other day. How like one little interaction can change the entire course of like your life, and I think that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's a very heartwarming, and I love to tell that story.
Chilean, he is not saying that in my good suburban stream, okay?
I would never say such a thing the first time we collab. Maybe the second or third time.
Yeah, definitely the second or third. You should have heard George the first time we collabed.
Uh-oh.
George was like,
George
this is
a
my
bad boy?
stream now.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, I have the ability to make this my stream too. Watch this. Ready? Bam.
Oh, he's got a gun.
This is a stick up. You shouldn't have invited an outlaw into your house. What were you thinking?
I didn't realize you were an outlaw. I thought you were a Lone Star, like a police officer.
No, that's just the name I use to trick people.
I've been bamboozled.
You've been bamboozled. Now hand over, 1 second. This thing, yeah.
Which thing?
The cake.
Oh, you could have, that's for you. You could eat that.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'll eat that right now.
Colt like the gun or the horse? That's a good question. Are you Colt like a horse or a gun?
You know, a lot of people ask me that. I've quite literally never thought about it. I just named myself Colt because I thought that was a very stereotypical cowboy name. And that is the only reason.
Well, that's a good answer. I wonder if that's where it comes from. Colt like the drink?
Colt like the drink.
Colt the cola.
And I named myself Lonestar Colt because, like, a long time ago, I was thinking of, like, should I get, like, a first name and a last name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Colt McGee, whatever, I don't know, right? I did actually think of McGee. No, I did. George, as George says. No, I did. And I was thinking about it, and what did a lot of famous outlaws have back in the day? They had nicknames. Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
You know? There's more
Quick
off the
Hand
top. I can't
Joe.
remember off the top of my head. Yeah, but there's like, they all had like nicknames. Or like Dangerous Billy, you know? Like, it's like a standard to put like a nickname. So I decided to go with that formula instead. I named myself Lonestar Colt. And Lone Star is the nickname.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And you can say it's because I'm like always out there doing my own thing, or you can say it's because I'm a star and I shine brightly and I'm a god gamer like that. I'm neither of those. I actually none of those. But I just named myself Lone Star because I'm from Texas, and that's
the Lone
the
Star
nickname
State.
Exactly.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond. So yeah, that's the story of how I got my name. It's just Colt was just a stereotypical cowboy name that I just stole. And then Lone Star is because I'm from Texas, and I thought instead of having a first and last name that I would go with the nickname formula.
Mm-hmm. Well, it makes a lot of sense to go that way. Did you look up like common cowboy names, or do you really like cowboys and you already knew some common cowboy names?
I did look them up because I have an issue remembering things off the top of my head.
Same.
I have an issue retaining information.
Goldfish brain.
Yeah, it's a goldfish brain kind of thing. Like I knew a whole lot about it. I love cowboys. But it's definitely something that like I have to have information next to me to remember,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Do you know that one Vine? I want to be a cowboy, baby. Does anyone ever quote that at you?
Yes, all the time. Like someone quoted me on my stream today, in fact.
I love that Vine.
Yeah, it's really good. Do you know what that's based on?
No.
That's a song that they're singing.
They're doing that based on a song?
Yeah, there's a song by Kid Rock.
Really?
In fact, yeah, it's called Cowboy. It's like I wanna be a cowboy, baby.
I thought it was just a bunch of random guys playing in a park going, I want to be a cowboy. Because they're wearing cowboy hats.
No. The lyrics are like, I want to be a cowboy, baby. Ride all night and I sleep all day. Cowboy, baby. I could smell a pig from a mile away.
That's so funny. I didn't know that. I've literally just thought it was random, like most vines, you know.
It's a pretty funny song. You should give it a listen sometime.
Has anyone...
Even though Kid Rock's like not like
popular.
Has Kid Rock gotten canceled?
Probably. Everyone's been canceled at least once.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know he's like sort of I want to say like Republican, like right-wing Republican, or I don't know. But I can't say for sure because I don't really care. I separate the artist and the art all the time.
Has anyone ever told you look like Link if you went to Texas?
Yes. Maybe there might be a good reason for that. Maybe I'm a big fan of Legend of Zelda, and maybe Link was my hero growing up.
He's not Lone Star Link, though.
I can't even look up like fan art of Link, you know? Like specifically like mentally it affects me in a way like I can't look up like the you know, the lewd fan art of Link or anything like that. It just I can't do it because like I'm like, no, my childhood hero can't possibly act this way.
My childhood hero can't be in bed with a woman.
Well, I mean, mostly it's like a lot of the Gerudo Link too. Like I'm just like, no, I can't do it.
Oh yeah, the people go crazy for that one.
They go crazy for him, and I'm just like, no, he's manly. I loved the Ocarina of Time adult Link where he was like based on Leonardo DiCaprio, and he had the fucking cool ass haircut, and he was like mega buff.
Buff Link.
Buff Link, yeah.
Are there any toggles on your model or things that people don't get to see a lot?
Yeah, actually. So I have a lot of people do like doing this one, right?
Yeah.
It will.
It will.
It will. Not a lot of people get to see this one.
Oh, the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
It looks like snake eyes. On you, it reminds me of the snake from the Jungle Book.
Yeah, the Jungle Book, yeah. You're getting sleepy. Ever so sleepy.
I'm gonna go fall asleep.
I haven't found a really good use for it other than combining it with like the sweat and the blush to make like, you know,
that
very
face.
Cursed. Yeah, very cursed face. Obviously a lot of people like to do the dog one.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. You were singing songs earlier and you were wearing that one.
A lot of people like to do the dog one. Take off my jacket, they take off my belts, and they turn me into a dog. And I'm just this now. This is just me.
Dog boy Colt.
And I could put the tail down or the tail up.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so if I want to put the tail, if I want to have the tail on stream, you can see the tail.
That's so cute. I heard you were recently demoted to admin in Backcourt. Can you explain more?
Yeah, so we were talking about a Discord that someone was streaming Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate in. And I was like telling Moriko about it in her Backcourt, and I was like, dude, they just said that these two sets are like doing the same thing, these two armor sets. And she goes, dude, that guy's a fucking idiot. And I said, well, yeah, he's an admin of the Discord, so like, you know, that kind of goes hand in hand. You have to be an idiot to run the Discord. And she just says, so true, and removes admin from herself and gives it to me instead. And I was just like, you fucker! How dare you! And my name was read for like 24 hours.
My
Who did
condolences.
I give it to? No one. She took away all my powers, so I was like admin only in name. I could change other people's names though, but I opted not to.
Oh, you should have done it. Just mess with people. Name everyone Navadar.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Oh, you coughed and everything came back. It's like a magic trick.
Yep. I just went. I do have asthma, so excuse me if I cough.
I'm sorry, I can't think of asthma without this one dumb scene from a movie.
Which one?
This kid's having an asthma attack in like kindergarten, and then 10 years later he meets not 10, like 20 years later he meets a guy from his kindergarten class, and he goes, "Oh, we called you Little Seizure Boy because we thought you were having seizures all the time." And he goes, "It's asthma."
Oh my god. No, that's so fucked up. That's hilarious.
I can't think of asthma without thinking of that, unfortunately. What's your favorite gun? What's her name?
I haven't really named my guns.
You haven't named your guns?
I have two of them, right? So like, and I can swap them.
Ooh.
So now I'm holding up the one with the. There's a one with the ribbon on the handle, and then there's one without the ribbon.
Neat. So you if you had if you had to name them right now, what would you name them?
Bob and Steve.
Interesting picks. I think
Bob and Steve.
Yeah, I think people usually name like machines after women for some reason, so I didn't expect Bob and Steve.
Yeah, I mean those were just the two first names that popped into my head immediately.
Valid.
So do you notice, by the way, that I have my finger off the trigger, right? And this is another toggle, right? So I have it off the trigger, but now I have it on the trigger.
Now he's ready for some rootin' tootin' shootin'.
Now I'm ready to actually just commit Minecraft. Yep.
Committing Minecraft to my Catholic server. So why? I know you said you like cowboys, but do you have any lore surrounding like your cowboyness?
I've actually been wanting to work on like actual official lore for a while, but I haven't gotten around to it. So no, not really. But I can tell you a little bit about like kind of what I based myself off of, if that helps. There is a character in an MMORPG that I played called Dungeon Fighter Online. And I'm going to go ahead and look this up for you. DFO. Here we go.
Oh, I think someone might know
And this is a character that, like, I actually... this game came out in the States in about 2009 was the open beta. And this was immediately my first character that I picked because I liked how he looked. He seemed really cool. He has a lot of flashy skills that you can spam and stuff like that. And I loved him so much that I still play DFO to this day, specifically just because of this character.
That's awesome. I know you just finished MMO November too.
Yeah, MMOvember. It was that was maddening, and I'm glad it's over. But I can't wait to do it next year at the same time.
Game challenges are always hard.
Yeah. So this should
Oh, it's loading.
There you go.
Slowly but surely,
yeah,
the picture
very
is loading.
slowly. Very slowly. Here, I'll just take a screenshot. Probably better. Probably will be faster, rather. There you go.
Oh, it does look a lot like your design. The ponytail, the guns. You're just missing a toothpick and some earrings.
Yeah, so that's like a really big... they basically based his design a little bit off of... Like, DFO is a big love project to a lot of old anime and a lot of old video games. Like, they love Guilty Gear, they love Blaze Blue, and they love, like, Trigun and old Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that. So they based a whole lot of their characters off of old stuff like that. And so this character is like a really mix of, like, Ragna Blood Edge and, like, Vash the Stampede from Trigun.
Nice. I know who Vash is because of the internet.
Yeah, and he's super, super tall too. Like, this character is the tallest in the entire game.
Mhm.
He's like a lanky guy, like very big, tall, skinny guy. Who's like 6'5", but like a twig.
Yeah, and he's got the guns.
Yeah, and so what his skill set is like, he does a lot of shooting, like really, really rapid shooting.
Mhm.
And he has so many guns. He's only holding 2 at a time, but under his coat, he has like basically a pocket dimension of guns, even though it's not really.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's got at least 10 more guns on him.
Yeah, because what he does not reload. He throws, like, after he shoots the 6 shots out of one gun, he just throws it to the side and picks up another gun.
Seems like a waste of guns.
Yeah, but like, as a game mechanic, he never runs out, right? He never runs out of guns. There's no like ammo counter. So that's like his thing is like he just has guns under his jacket and stuff, and he just constantly picks them up.
He's got
and
guns on guns on guns.
And when people are close to him, he actually uses kicks. So like he'll do like a roundhouse, like a windmill kick where he like break dances with his long lanky legs.
That's so funny.
And yeah, and then he'll immediately, once the kicks are designed to shove the enemies away, and once the enemies are away, then he continues shooting them.
That's pretty neat, and it became part of your design, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. I would say I'm a little less cool and a little more goofy, but I like being goofy.
I'm sure they would be goofy too if they were able to have character development outside of what's written.
Yeah, because, it's an MMO character. They can't really
Yeah. So when did you
proceed.
Did you do like a formal debut, or did you just go live one day?
I did what I would consider a formal debut back when I very first started. That video is lost to time.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was 3 years ago, and I was new to Twitch, so I had streamed on Twitch a little bit beforehand, but not like I didn't know what I was doing. I just went go live on. But now it's like when I did the stream, I just went live, and I didn't know that Twitch had 14 days of saving stuff. So
yeah,
I kind of just didn't save it, and now it's gone forever.
I feel like that's the normal for most VTubers too. Except like company or YouTube VTubers, because everyone has a learning curve, and they unfortunately discover after 14 days that you have to click to save the videos and download them.
Yeah, exactly.
So how many?
It was a lesson learned.
Yeah. How many years ago was it that you debuted? Because you seem pretty seasoned now.
October 2020.
Oh, so 3 years. That during the big VTuber renaissance.
Exactly. I started around that time because of Hololive English. They came out like 3 months beforehand, and I saw Amelia Watson stream, and I was like, I love Amelia Watson so much that I'm going to stream now.
That's really funny because I have a similar story. I saw Gura stream. I saw Gura's debut. And I was like, I want to do that too. And then it didn't happen until much later.
I see. Yeah, it's hard to set up nowadays, especially like I don't want to say lucky because it sounds like I'm taking advantage of the artist, but I'm still in contact with that artist and we're still good friends. So and she was the one who named the prices in the first place. So her fault. No, but I only paid like for my first model, I only paid like $200 total max.
Yeah.
Like for rig and art.
Wow. And
it was a pretty good model too.
That's pretty incredible.
And that's just what she charged. And a lot of prices were like that back then, honestly. Like back in 2020, people didn't know what to charge for their models and everything. So they were just, lowballing everything to get their name out. And now, if a model costs less than $1,000, it's like cheap. It's like, wow, $900? Wow, that's super cheap. What the hell?
Mine costs less than that. Mine was under 500 for art and rigging.
Real, it's so
Yeah.
good looking too.
Thank you. My mom is amazing.
Hell yeah.
So how many
I
models?
love how.
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I love how feathery the feathers are.
Oh yeah, they're really detailed, which I didn't expect. How many models have you gone through?
How many models have I gone through? This is the 4th one.
4. I honestly didn't expect 4. Did they all look similar? Were they similar iterations, or was there a progression?
So they're similar. So the first one was like black and white from my first art mom, and it was by Choco Jacks, if anyone knows who that is. And she was my first rigger and artist.
I'm gonna look her up.
She's actually live right now.
Oh, that's funny. Choco Jacks. Oh, her art's so pretty.
Yeah, it's really good. And so that was my first one, and she did a really good job, but it was kind of also limited, and it took a little bit to reach out to her to get updates and stuff like that. So I was looking for something a little bit faster. So I got a new one that was based on the exact same design, but the artist was... One second. I sneezed. Ugh.
Okay.
The artist was not used to drawing men at all. So that one kind of...
That seems to be a common problem.
I did not enjoy that one, unfortunately. But I had to use it for a while. So, and then I got another one with a completely different design based on what I kind of look like now. But it was a little scary looking. Like I was super serious, super macho manly, and it didn't really fit my voice or vibe at all, right? So then the current one, I decided I'm going to go all out. I'm going to get an actual official guy who just does like this. This is the only thing he does, like rigging, art. He did both the rigging and the art. And he works for Merriweather. So like he's like this is the real deal, right? So I was like, I'm going to get a guy who does just this and get it. So I did. And that's the current one that you see right now. It's all bouncy. You know, I can move a whole lot. I have a lot of different toggles.
All the moves. Because I notice a lot of men, they get rigged and they're very stiff.
No, I like being super bouncy.
It looks much better when you have more movement. Because otherwise it just looks like a Niji Sanji.
Exactly.
They move like... They have no head turning radius. It's really sad.
And there was a funny moment that I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about on this pure Catholic stream, so I don't know if I will.
You can talk about it. It's okay.
Okay, it's kind of fucked up and weird though.
That's fine. We're not actually Catholic. Don't worry.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go saying the God's name in vain. Basically, what happened was the first version of the model came out, the first version of the art, and it looked amazing. It looked almost exactly like this, but there was a very big problem.
What was it?
I had no crotch.
Oh.
Like it was flat, like I had like nothing there. Like I was a woman, essentially. And like there was a huge thigh gap. There was like a huge thigh gap in everything, right?
Barbie proportions.
Exactly. And so I was getting it, and I had a contact who was basically a middle person, and she was like talking to the artist with Merriweather, me, the artist, and my middleman. And she said, "You need to add junk to him right now." That's what she said. She just said that. I didn't even notice until she said it. So she was the one. She was like, "You need to give him junk right now."
Mhm.
And the artist was like, "Oh, I guess you're right." And so, you know,
I guess you're
yeah,
right.
yeah. That's how. Yeah.
Gosh, now I'm gonna be looking for that on male VTuber.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and yeah. There we go. It was a real story. It really happened.
I believe it. But honestly, now that you pointed out that you had like the Merryweather team make your model, I could see the resemblance in the art style.
Oh yeah. And like I have like little fangies too.
Yeah, I noticed that. You got snake bites.
Yeah. Arr.
Lonestar Eunuch? No.
Huh?
How did it feel to debut? Was it like, was it nerve-wracking? Were you excited?
Yes, I was very excited. It was very something that I was looking forward to for a while. And I just had, I started with only 3 people showed up,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's normal.
Yeah.
I've gone through a lot of weird mental stuff, right? When it comes to this whole thing, where it's like, at first, it was like, I expected too much of myself. Then I lowered my expectations too much. And I went back to being too hard on myself. And speaking with all my friends and stuff, now it's like a thing where it's like, Al, I'm kind of just vibing in my own corner and having a lot of fun with everyone who shows up and building my community. And slowly and surely, things have been going up. Like prior to this year, I was lucky to, have anyone show up,
Mhm.
honestly. But now I have so many people showing up and they all talk all the time and they show up and they have a good time with me and they treat me like I'm some sort of bottom bitch all the time. And which I secretly enjoy, but don't tell them that. And
I will not.
it's
That will
just
stay here, don't worry.
it's just fun. I like
Yeah.
I like people. People are cool.
Yeah, streaming is so fun, and that's why I keep coming back to it, because it's like you make so many fun memories here, even if you're just playing games and vibing with people. It's fun.
Exactly.
But I understand
Exactly.
how it feels. Like my first 4 or 5 months of streaming, it was only like 3 to 4 people showing up. And one of them was my brother.
Aw.
He just came to call
I don't
me a
know if that's a
nerd
good
and
thing or a
leave.
bad thing. Oh, I see. Get owned.
Yeah. But like it's once I found some really awesome people and made some friends in the VTuber community, I was really lucky that people were willing to share their communities with me, and now I've got like a few really great people that show up time and again. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, that is the best feeling ever.
It is the repeat people are like the best ones to see because they're like, oh, I recognize you.
Mm-hmm. And that's happened a whole lot. And streaming is great. It really introduced me to new people, new best friends, and it's just introduced me to you, you know?
Yeah,
It's cool.
it is. Like I saw you in the basement. Like I've seen you there for a while, and
I do a little bit trolling in the basement.
yeah. So I was like, oh, I should invite Colt on.
Well, thank you. Because I'm having a good time.
I'm glad. I'm having a great time too. He loves it here. I hope so. I hope we become friends and then we can vibe more on stream.
You play Monster Hunter?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I always need so much help with Monster Hunter. I love it But fighting the monsters also scares me.
Yeah. I used to have that feeling where it's like when I first started Monster Hunter, I was like, I can't do it. But now I'm just like the maximum fuck it, we ball go in, big dick energy. I'm a dual blade guy. I just stay on the boss at all times and never leave the bosses ever.
I'm the opposite. I'm always running away.
So there's a difference. So there's like a little bit of a difference too, because like I like to switch. So like if I feel like I'm getting absolutely destroyed and I'm just not reading the boss correctly, I will switch to a completely defensive playstyle where I'm like chugging potions every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then, but if I'm like, you know, doing good reads, dodging at the right time, then I feel like I'm invincible and I don't stop attacking the boss at any point in time.
Yeah. Like, there are some moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this. I can do this. And there are some moments where I'm like, nope, nope, nope.
Yeah. It usually happens to bosses that I'm not too familiar with. Because, I mean, I feel like that's normal, right? Like, if you're not familiar with it, you're going to get owned a lot. But it even happens to things that I fought like over 1,000 times sometimes.
Yeah.
Where I'm just... I fought Nargacuga at least 1 billion times, but oops, he surprised me with this one thing that I didn't read correctly, and now it's just tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down.
And then you cart, and it's awful. The worst is when you're in the middle of drinking a potion, and you cart because the monster decides that that's the prime opportunity to attack.
Yep, they just look at you and they're like,
Dinner
"Hey,
time.
baby. Let me take a look at that picnic basket."
What do you have in there for me? But it happened so much yesterday. But eventually, I think like I start noticing the attack patterns pretty quickly. The issue is applying when they're gonna attack. Because yesterday I was fighting. I don't know his name. I'm calling him Snappy because I can't remember his name. But he was like a big red Toby, and he's fast. He's really fast. So every time I tried to dodge, he would be on top of me again.
A big red Toby? Oh, I mean Odogaron?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, he has like he's very popular because the set that he gives is like one of the biggest how do I put this without sounding weird? The set that he gives, the armor set, is very popular amongst female characters. Let's just say that.
Is it like Catgirl armor or something?
It's like sexy ninja armor.
Oh, okay.
With like thighs showing and like tummy and.
But it's completely impractical. It's a fishnet ninja? Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like armor designs like that. I'd rather them be... Not because I'm a prude, but because I just think it's impractical in the middle of a fight to have like your belly button showing.
Well, it makes a little bit more sense when you know, it's like designed to be like a ninja.
Yeah.
And ninjas are supposed to be light
like
and
aerodynamic.
Exactly. But then there are the ones that are like the Kirin armor, and that one is just completely like, what the fuck? There's no point to this design at all, other than to be sexy.
Yeah. I like the armor I'm wearing right now, the Harvest Festival armor.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
Kirin is furry cosplay. It makes sense to keep stuff together. Well, it does make sense to reduce weight, but it's a video game. They can reduce weight on anything.
Oh, someone's knocking at my door. Do you mind if I step out for just a half a second?
I'll entertain chat. Don't worry. Less clothes means more mobility. But again, there's bikini armor too. Don't worry. I know, I've seen it. But again, like, it's a game. You don't have to have the armor way too much, you know? It's whatever the admins decide. And the admins decided they wanted bikini armor. I have nothing wrong with players that... It's just a game. Why you have to get mad? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I don't get mad over silly things like that. But I just think it's silly because you could have really cool armor designs that aren't just bikini. Could shame us for playing naked? No. Put it away, Mookie. the game have both extremes. I don't mind the male character have almost no skimpy designs. Exactly. Make it equal. Give us an underwear for male model. If you're gonna give underwear for women, give us underwear for men too. Make it even. Give us bikini man skin. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a bikini armor for a man? Like they have to wear like the shell.
Why, yes, I can. I wear bikini all the time. I'm a bikini enjoyer.
I like a good bikini. Like I wear bikinis. They're fun. I can and want it. Okay, Mookie. I'm gonna draw you a bikini gremlin now for the summer.
Oh, do it. Yeah.
I will. This is a threat. I will
This
make
is a
good on
stick
it.
up. I'm gonna help you out here.
Mookie, we're threatening you now. I have Colt and a gun on my side.
I've God and anime on my side.
Is he really
God, I miss Vine.
worth it? I miss Vine too so much. If he doesn't wear a naked apron for you, so true.
I think Vine was funny because it was just a bunch of fucking people vibing.
Yeah.
And not being rude. They're just making their own 6-second videos, you know. But then you go to TikTok and now you just see people being nuisances to other people. Like,
it's because they figured out how to monetize TikTok, and that's why Vine failed, unfortunately.
But yeah, but with Vine, it was like just, you know, it was just because of the
vibes.
It was specifically because of the 6-second limit. You know, you only had 6 seconds, so you couldn't just fucking be an asshole to people.
Yeah. And now, well, you probably could be in those 6 seconds, but if there were, we didn't really hear about them. They didn't make it into any YouTube compilations.
Yeah, exactly. Remember the story time guy? Story time.
Yes.
Yeah. And then PrazD also started on Vine.
The Sander side. But the ones that pop into my mind the most are like road work ahead. I sure hope
it does.
Low attention span gang.
Look at all these chickens.
Oh my gosh, I love that one. Every time I see a group of ducks, look at all those chickens.
Yeah.
Or like you spelled lipstick in my Valentino bag?
Yeah. What was the oh my god, the other one is like, happy birthday, Raven!
Yes! You got me a birthday present at my birthday party. Asking for a streamer to remember the last 60 seconds may be too much. It's goldfish brain.
We are all goldfish brain.
We are. We're just
the moment we go live, our intelligence goes down and our exhaustion rises.
It's so true. Especially this, like, being on stream is the most social I've been in years.
Yeah.
Every time I go live, I'm like, I get to talk to people, and then afterwards, I'm like, I need to go to bed right now.
Oh my god. It's so funny.
Is it the same for you?
Yes, pretty much. Like, I like to hang out with my roommates and stuff, so it's not always the case, but 9 times out of 10, I will just die.
It's like you
right
gotta
after
be
stream.
social. Gotta be social for the next 3 to 4 hours, and if no one shows up, you have to entertain yourself.
Yeah.
What is your proudest accomplishment as a VTuber?
Proudest accomplishment. I think the fact that I learned so much. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that I did not know, not just about streaming, but like anything, just about life, just like cool facts and everything like that. And I've just been learning a whole lot about unique things that I never would have stepped outside to try to learn if not for VTubing.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I've gotten a little bit more intelligent over time just by knowing things now.
Every time I think I know something, I go on stream and I'm proven wrong.
Exactly.
Even if I'm a fan of something like a little bit, so there's someone out there that knows more than me about it, and they'll come on stream and be like, here's why you're wrong.
Mm-hmm. Here's why you're wrong, and then they'll like be like, actually, you know, I mean,
Actually.
actually, did you know that? Oh my God, someone's knocking again.
Chat, what's your favorite fun fact? I know everyone has a favorite fun fact.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay. Do you have a favorite fun fact, Colt?
My fun fact that I like to say the most is as follows. And that was my fun fact for the day.
That's really great. I love that. My favorite fun fact is that the penalty for jumping off a building in New York is death.
You're right. Oh my God.
It's a really dumb law.
My fun fact is what do they call a why was the pony gargling?
Because it was just a little horse.
Yeah. I miss that joke so much.
It's such a cute joke.
Mm-hmm. Because it was a little horse.
It was a little
banger.
horse. It is. What's one of your favorite VTubing memories?
When I met up with all my friends at Offkai.
Oh, Offkai seems so fun.
And I met up with all my friends at WeebCon too. I met like the entire South Side met up at WeebCon.
Oh, that's really awesome.
And it made me feel so loved, you know? It
IRL
made me feel like I belonged.
Yeah. When it finally makes it out of the group chat, the trip.
Yeah, and we all had fun. We all sang karaoke at round 1, and it was the best day of my life.
I love round 1.
And Koki, they said that they wouldn't allow any beers in there.
Mm-hmm.
No beers inside the karaoke area, which is dumb as fuck, first of all, because karaoke while drunk is the best way to experience that. But second of all, Koki didn't care. So she just got beers and then fucking just brought them in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it took them 3 hours before they saw us with beers in there. And they were like, there's no beers in here. And we're like, oh, we didn't know. Nobody told us.
I feel like it's probably they don't want people accidentally breaking the equipment while drunk, but it's also silly because everywhere like in Japan they let you drink beer. You okay?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? It's like they let you drink in Japan because they know that even drunk people have a little bit of a mind to not break things around them, you know?
Yeah.
Like
They're not gonna go all
yeah, that's
Destructicon.
exactly. It's like a lost revenue for no beers.
Yeah. And what's better than getting drunk and singing your heart out, you know?
Yeah, I love drunk karaoke.
Just
I look like Child from Genshin Impact. Never compare me to a Genshin Impact character again. I will cry. No, I'm just kidding.
not the Genshin comparison.
No, it's so over, dude.
It's so over. If
Might
anything,
as
your
well
outfit
commit
looks more like
Minecraft.
Zhongli. Does Colt own any cowboy hats IRL?
Yes.
You live in Texas, so you're bound to own at least one cowboy hat.
Yeah. No, I have a full cowboy getup. I have like the boots and everything.
Boots and everything. Nice. Child is the hot one, don't worry.
Oh, okay. I was looking at Genshin Impact characters. Really, the only one I like out of every single Genshin character is Hu Tao.
Hu Tao is so cute. I love her.
Hu Tao is extremely cute, and I love her design. Every single other character, I think, is just way too over-designed and messy looking. Like,
A lot of them
just
are,
looks
yeah.
so bad to me.
Genshin.
And the biggest problem that I have with Genshin, not only like past that, is that a lot of characters are like holier than thou or more powerful than God.
They literally have a god as a character.
Yeah. And I don't even mind like a god as a character acting like that, but like a lot of characters are like literally just all power. Like it's the thing that I hate the most about anime, where it's like I'm just way too cool to even care about looking at you. I slice you in half by walking past you, and then I just continue walking with my eyes closed and a dumbass smirk on my smile. Every single Genshin Impact character is that. Every single what's the other one called? The other one by Mihoyo.
Honkai?
Honky Tonk Rail, yeah.
Honky Tonk Rail.
They're also like that. Like the first character in the game you play as for the tutorial is that like hot mommy girl who's like
Kafka? Or another one?
I think is that her name? Kafka?
Kafka's the one with the really nice thighs.
How do you spell her name?
Kafka. There's also Silverwolf.
Yeah. You play as Kafka. You play as Kafka, and then there's the computer hacker girl with her.
Silverwolf.
Yeah. I could not get past the tutorial because I absolutely hated both of them way too much. I couldn't stand how absolutely like abhorrent they were as a character.
Oh.
They are literally like too holier than thou, too badass to care about anything.
I'm pretty sure
no
Kafka's
pressure.
Evil. I think.
Well, I mean, when I say holier than thou, I don't mean like in terms of like actually like a good person. I mean like too graceful, too like uncaring about everything. Like I am just above everything around me, and I know it, so I'm going to act like the snootiest bitch known to man.
Mm-hmm.
I hate those characters. It's the same thing with like Kirito from fucking Sword Art Online.
Yes.
Unironically, my favorite parts about Sword Art Online is when he's suffering and crying like a sniveling bitch. That shit, I liked that part. Like that's what got me to watch Sword Art Online in the first place. I was like, oh yeah, you know, actual character development going on here and stuff like that. But then the other parts where he's just like, I am like level 84 and my health regen is way too high for you to even damage. So I'm just going to walk slowly towards you and like smile about it like a little shitty. Yeah. And it's just like, oh God, please just fucking die. I hate that kind of shit so much.
No, I get it though. You leave Kirito.
And that is the problem with every single Genshin character and every single Honky Tonk Rail character.
Hello, Sky is fine. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi, my name is Tenshi. I'm an angel streaming live on the internet, and today we have 10 Talks with my guest, Lonestar Colt. How are you? How was your game? Mookie wants to know. Mookie's dying question. Hello, bestie. Mookie's dying to know. Do you own any buttless chaps?
Yes.
He does, Mookie.
I do own some assless chaps.
I just joined. Are we throwing shade at Genshin? Yes, we are.
Hell yeah, every day.
No game today, only work? Oh, were you doing the body double thing where you do work where other people hang around and like watch you do work? It's a really interesting technique of getting work done that a lot of ADHD people use.
I should try that. I have massive ADHD.
Same. My ADHD is so bad.
Hell yeah, dude. Us.
It's just that's why there's no thoughts and I can't remember anything from the last 6 seconds. Like this list that I keep in front of me of questions I'm supposed to ask you. What's one of your favorite VTubing memories?
You already asked me that.
I did?
Yeah, that was the last one you asked.
If you could give one piece of advice to new VTubers, what would it be?
Don't care about numbers or anything like that. That's the biggest one. And it might seem obvious, right? Because a lot of people like to say that. But no, seriously. It will get into your head. It will. 100%.
It does.
It got into my head. It still sometimes gets into my head, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it still gets into my head. But the streams that I do really good on, where I go from like 10 viewers and then all of a sudden I'm at like 70 viewers before I know it.
That's awesome.
Are the ones where I'm just having fun doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that. And it's like, I like put my phone away. I don't check how many viewers I have. I don't care about anything. I just fucking toss that shit to the side. And I'm just having the time of my life, being happy, talking to chat, being excited that I'm talking to chat. And yeah, that will catch people's attention more than anything. More than anything you try to do. So like if you're just focused on numbers and you're like, what's the new meta thing to do? Oh, I got to go play Lethal Company with a bunch of people. Or oh, I got to, like watch some React Andy videos and stuff like that. That's not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah, for sure. And on
because
I turned off the views too because like having them on, I turned them off day one. I was like, it's not going to be any use to have these on.
Exactly. And one of the things is oh man, my ADHD brain just got to me real hard. Collabs, right? And stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do a whole bunch of collabs when I was first starting out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And for the first like year and a half, even 2 years, even I was just collab. That didn't do a lot,
Mm-hmm.
And there was part of me that was like, it's a way to meet friends, but it was also a way to get big viewers too, right? Because like you collab with someone out and maybe it's a bigger streamer and they join you and you're suddenly getting really high numbers and stuff like that. And that's I just learned like after a while of doing it, I was like, they come there for them. They don't come there for you.
They don't come there for you.
Like that. Sometimes some people will stay.
Yeah.
But that's extremely rare actually. So
I've been pretty lucky that a few people from the communities that I've collabed with have stayed.
Mm-hmm. So that's another big piece of advice is if you're doing a collab, do it because you want to have fun with the other person, not because you're trying to for lack of a better word, leech off of them or something like that,
Yeah.
Like, and I know that seems obvious, right? That seems like, oh, I don't want to be a leech to a bigger person or anything like that. But people are going to see it that way no matter what. If you collab with a bigger person, some people are going to just see it that way, that you're just trying to leech. That's unavoidable, unfortunately. But there's also the thought that's like, if you've been talking for a while and it just naturally comes up where you're just like, oh yeah, let's do a little collab, and you're having fun and you're becoming friends, then there's nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will be like, everything is a transaction. If you're a content creator, if you're a streamer or something like that, everything is inherently a transaction.
Yep.
That there might be a little bit of truth to that because yeah, I am getting, viewers and potentially subscribers and stuff like that just by you being here, for instance, and stuff like that. But
yeah.
that's not the reason I'm collabing. The reason I'm collabing is because I'm hanging out with my friend and having fun.
Yeah, we love streamers having fun. Exactly. And that's why I do 10 Talks. It's to get to talk to people and like make friends in the community.
Mm-hmm. And that's awesome. That's wholesome.
Like, oh, I've said it before. It's an excuse to hang out with people that I think are cool and just like talk for 2 hours. You guys stream to
Do you think I'm cool?
I think you're cool.
Well, you're wrong.
Okay,
I'm an evil outlaw. I'm an evil outlaw.
He's evil.
I'm totally uncool. And I'm here to rob you of all your possessions, like that half-eaten cake that I already took 2 bites out of.
But that was for you. You don't have to rob the cake.
I'm a rob it!
Gonna follow Colt because of this collab? Wait, I thought you already followed Colt.
Mookie's a mod in my channel.
Mookie's a mod here too. You guys stream to have fun. I'm pretty sure George streams for stress. George wanted more stress in his life, so he decided to stream.
Dude, George is amazing.
He is. His streams are
I
very
love
entertaining.
I love his art. I love his streams. I love his animations. They're so fucking cool.
They are. He did basically all of my follow, subscribe, and donate notifications.
That's so fucking cool.
He didn't know it, but that's what I used him for.
Hehehehe.
George diseases idleness. He wants the overstimulation. George is like, I don't know if George knows if he has ADHD.
George
or not.
Chongus.
I wish Tenchi would
I don't know.
interview me one day, George. I tried to interview you. You decided you were gonna interview me. Tomorrow's gonna be take 2. Do you have regrets or things you wish you did differently?
Yeah, I do have a regret. The biggest one is that a long time ago during an anniversary, an artist offered to draw me a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it was basically like a little harem picture for my anniversary, right? And it was completely safe for work, but it was like a bunch of girls and me. And he asked a bunch of other VTubers to be in it, and they all consented, mind you. They all consented. But when the picture was done and stuff like that, I paid him for it. And then everyone thought I commissioned myself basically with a bunch of girls. And it was like a big like, I am now eternally labeled a sex pest by some people.
Hey,
And
as long as it was consensual.
Yeah, it was all consensual. And one of them, I'm not gonna speak about it too much, but one of them got a lot of shit by fans for it, so they closed collabs off with males for a while because of that.
That's
and
awful.
And yeah, it was like, because of the whole thing, I don't regret doing the thing. I don't regret getting the picture, because I always treated it like as a funny picture. It was literally based off of Bakemonogatari,
Yeah.
right? And it was like a funny little picture. But I regret that they hurt her, that they hurt one of the people behind it. And nowadays I talked to that person, and we're actually going to do some collabs and stuff like that too. So she opened back up, and we're still friends and stuff like that.
I'm glad it ended out okay, even though it started not being okay.
Yeah, and it was like, that's like something I regret. And I don't regret it because it made people mad. I regret it because it made people mad at the people, at the VTubers. Like, I would have been fine if it was just me that they were mad at, you know? I would have been like, haha, get fucked,
idiots. But they were hurting
idiots.
your friends, too.
Yeah. And that's just not all right. That's not okay at all.
Yeah, once other people male collabs,
Yeah, male collabs.
How does the rootin' and tootin'? How goes the rootin' and tootin'?
It goes pretty good. I've been doing a lot of working out and enjoying some new activities and new hobbies. So I'm just like, I'm learning Japanese now, and I'm just having a lot more of a healthier time than I was a month ago when I lost 2 months ago when I lost my job. I was just like the most depressed person in the entire world. So
then losing your job is always so sad.
Don't
collab with Men Colt. You'll make your fans jealous.
I know. They're gonna be like, who's this hunk plowing my cute twink cowboy?
The funny thing is, you have a really muscular model.
Oh, so this isn't actually muscles. Look here, I'll take the jacket off. There you go.
No, you still have muscles.
A little bit.
You got
not as
muscles.
much though.
You got the thigh squeeze.
I do have the thigh squeeze. The belts on the thighs are really good.
It's just a muscle suit.
Muscles.
Muscles. He's a man in a gorilla suit.
Hee hee hee. Ha ha ha. Hoo hoo.
Who was your biggest inspiration to start VTubing? Was it Ame or was it someone else?
Amelia Watson was my very best inspiration to start VTubing, yes.
Mm.
I loved how creative she was. I loved how inspirational she was. She did a lot of unique things that a lot of other VTubers didn't really do before.
Mm-hmm. She's really cool.
Yeah, she's really fucking cool.
She's like the actual gamer of Myth, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think she plays Fortnite.
We love Fortnite. I love Fortnite. Honestly, Fortnite gets a bad rap because of like it's popular and all the kids are obnoxious and stuff like that, you know, and it's like nobody understands why it's so popular. It's good. Okay? It's just good. I'm tired. Like I'm tired of people who are all like, Fortnite. No, fuck you. Like Fortnite's actually just good.
I tried Overwatch and that was bad.
Overwatch is bad. Don't play it. Like Overwatch is just factually bad.
But
Fortnite is fun.
I play Destiny 2 now instead.
Ugh, that's even worse than Overwatch.
Why does everyone say that? It's so fun.
Destiny 2 is oh god. You went from one bad girlfriend to another bad girlfriend is what you did.
I never played 1. I've only played 2.
1 was fine. 2 is like arguably even more like anti-consumer than Overwatch is somehow, which is so surprising to me because it's like chock full of like a ton of pay to win and like battle pass and blah 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 bullshit.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy it. I don't think much about the games I play. It's just like shoot, shoot.
Yeah, which I think is why Fortnite is so good. Fortnite is a bunch of dumb fun. It's very actually like it's the thing that started the battle pass, right? But it's surprisingly consumer friendly because if you buy one battle pass, which is less than $10, mm-hmm. where every other battle pass is like sometimes $20 fucking nowadays.
Yeah.
Fortnite is less than $10. Then you can never pay again for another battle pass because battle pass will give you the tokens required to buy another battle pass by the time you're done with it.
Dang, that's kind of
by
incredible.
Itself. Yeah, so you never have to pay for anything like ever again after you buy the first one, as long as you play. You know, if you buy it and then don't grind it out, then you know that's your fault, right?
You gotta grind.
But that's how they keep you playing. That's their strategy, is that all you have to do is buy it once, and then you could just play. You could just have the battle pass forever and just get a ton of free stuff. Get a ton of free tokens and coins and stuff like that. And sometimes you'll get excess coins that you could use to buy things that show up on the shop. So like, you can think of it like paying $10 to play the game forever, mm-hmm. and just have all the premium stuff eventually. But you know, that requires you to actually play and grind out the battle pass too. Yeah. You know,
that means you actually have to play the game.
Yeah, but playing the game is fun. It's a lot of dumb fun. No other game is gonna let me be Goku dropping the gritty on fucking Peter from Family Guy after I shoot him in the head.
Yeah, I saw that there's an update that you could play as Peter Griffin.
Yeah, and he's buff as hell.
Yeah, I saw the
picture. You know why he's buff as hell? It's because of hitboxes. They had to make sure the hitboxes were fair for all the characters. Mm-hmm. And so they could not make him fat because his stomach would protrude and increase the size of his hitbox.
He'd be too big a target.
Mm-hmm. But honestly speaking, that shouldn't matter because, like, having different hitboxes for different characters should be okay, should be fine. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that, like, I don't know. I don't get it because, like, I'm stumbling over my words, but I don't get it because with Fat Peter Griffin, they could have kept Fat Peter Griffin and just increased the size of his hitbox. If they kept the hitbox the same, I could understand why it would be a problem, because when you're playing the game, and you shoot through him and it doesn't hit him because they didn't increase the size of the hitbox to match his like fatness, then I could understand that being a problem. But if they just increase the size of the hitbox, some people would say, oh, it's unfair because if I ever pick the Peter skin, I'm at a disadvantage because my hitbox is bigger.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Who gives a fuck, though? Who cares?
People who take games way too seriously.
Yeah, the only people who would care are like the sweaty competitive people. But guess what? You could just ban that skin in ranked. Or,
sweaty
like,
competitive people.
Which nobody even plays, to my knowledge. Nobody even plays ranked. Like, people only play casuals with their friends and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's like, who cares, really, at the end of the day? And if you win with a handicap, that's extra style points, exactly.
She's too young to understand there are games that doesn't respect your time. Also, gacha player. Look, leave me and my gacha games alone.
Okay, which gacha, though?
Reverse 1999 is my obsession right now.
I've never heard of that.
It's so good. It's very unique in how the story plays out. So it's like, it's not like a normal idle card game. You actually have to pay a lot of attention to your moves. It's shush, Chilean. So, but the story is really, really cool, and there's also like other things. You don't just play straight story.
I see.
Yeah, and the character designs are really unique. Like you won't just get humans. You'll also get like a satellite or a ghost or literally just a floating apple with a tie. It's really cool.
Would you like to know my obsession?
What's your obsession?
My gacha game?
What's your gacha game?
So I have two. They are the worst ones.
Azurlane.
I have no. God no. I have Mahjong. I don't even count that. I mean, it is kind of the version we play is gacha, Mahjong. But I would play normal. I would just play normal Mahjong. It's not a gacha game. But no, Fate Grand Order. I have sunk over 1,000 hours into. Yeah, and I have a ton of characters that are max grailed. My Paul Bunyan, who is a 1-star character and one of the which is considered weak, is max grailed and max leveled up to be as strong as a 5-star character. Fastest MP animation, exactly. I love Paul Bunyan so much. She's so cute and I love her. But my waifu Mordred is in that game. Mordred is probably my favorite character of all time.
She's so pretty.
For anything ever. She is my exact waifu type, but tomboyish, gets angry all the time, has daddy issues. It's flawless. I love her.
You and someone else I know armor share traits in a lovable woman.
Yeah, and her armor looks sick as hell, and I love her voice actor, and everything about Mordred is.
I cosplayed a bunch of FGO characters without ever playing the game because I thought they looked cool.
You cosplayed Mordred?
Yeah.
What were you talking about again?
We were talking about Mordred.
Okay, yeah. No, okay, yeah. Mordred.
I saw you doing the blinking. I was like, there's not a thought behind those eyes, is there?
I don't. What happened? Mordred.
It's okay.
Anyway, Mordred's pretty cool.
She is. She's really neat. Her and Tamamo, because I love Tamamo. Fox Girl.
Tamamo's pretty good.
It's something about the animal girls. They make brain go burr.
Brain, yeah. Tamamo no Mai or Assassin Tamamo or Berserker Tamamo. Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, I think Mordred is like peak as a character, and Paul Bunyan is cute too. And Shootin' Doji is like
I
arguably like
love
deserves to be in a
shooting.
better. Shootin' Doji deserves to be in a better series because I like to clown on. I love Fate, but I like to clown on it all the time. Shootin' Doji is such a peak character design, and she does not belong in Fate. Like she deserves better.
The one reason I didn't cosplay her is because of her outfit.
Yeah, I mean, you would basically be going out
You'd
naked.
be wearing nothing. But I know people
Mhm.
who do, and I'm like, you are so brave for that.
You are brave. Yeah, exactly.
The problem with FGO is
Problem.
that every arc has a different writer.
Yeah, they all have different writers. Nasu just oversees it,
Mm-hmm.
and then so like the writing quality can be like really shitty sometimes. Like some of the arcs, like especially the beginning arcs, were really bad, like really lame. Babylon was a really good arc.
I like
Then
Babylon.
the Lost Belts started happening, and the Lost Belts were insanely good for a little bit, and now they're kind of lame.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lost Belt 1 and 2, God, those were so good.
London Drags On. I don't actually know most of the story. I know it from the anime because I watched the anime on Netflix.
Oh, Babylon, yeah, Babylon had a good story.
Yeah, that's the one I saw on Netflix. I liked it.
And Camelot also had a good story. Anime isn't related to FGO. Yeah, it kind of is, but yeah.
FGO got some OVAs though. I didn't know it wasn't related, but I do like the character design a lot.
It's related. It's just it chops a lot of things up because like the in FGO, the you spend a lot more time with Ushi Wakamaru and all the other servants in Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know how in the Babylon series you get like 3 episodes and they're gone.
Yeah.
But in the game you spend like 12 chapters with them.
Oh, that's a lot more.
Mhm.
I like looking up the art too. Like I think the art is really pretty and the fan art's really cool. And every time I
Yeah.
think that I've done finding characters, there's always a new one.
Yeah. Um Other than Fate though, the other gacha I play a lot is the gacha that started it all.
What's that?
Oh, you don't know what it is?
No.
Grand Blue Fantasy.
Oh, I know Grand Blue Fantasy. I've never played it, but I like the character design.
Grand Blue Fantasy is the gacha that basically ruined everyone's lives. Like after that came out, everyone was like, "Oh shit, this can actually work." And then gacha games were born.
Pretty women make brain go burr.
Mhm. And I still think even today, because now it's like a browser-based game, and like you could tell it's really aged, but even now, even with its age, it is so high quality. They put a lot of effort into almost every single aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the story is cool, the characters are cool, the events are all cool and have good stories. The music is amazing. Character designs are amazing. You know, it's the same character designer from Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics,
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, it's just everything about the game is incredibly high quality and really good.
I'm glad it's a high quality game. I've never played it, but I have seen a lot of the art and like of the anime for that one too.
Oh, the anime sucks.
Yeah,
Well, the
it
anime
was pretty
starts out
bad.
good, but it starts out good, but they just don't fucking
The
keep
first
with
like
it.
2 episodes were good, and then it was like, oh, this is droppable.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You feel like a sweatshop for the Guild Wars. Guild Wars is a blight on an otherwise good game. Yes, Guild Wars is a blight.
The first cult stream I watched was the Grand Blue Fantasy fighting game.
Yeah, so there is a fighting game for Grand Blue Fantasy. It's called Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and it is probably my favorite fighting game. Like I'm just not like for a while, like my top 5, I'm a big fighting game guy. I love fighting games. I go to Evo Japan and Evo America to play them and compete.
Wow. I heard the knock, don't worry. Like, well, min-max and numbers go up. It's fun for a while. It felt like a job afterwards. I know min-max is like minimum maximum. Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Right. I'm back. Sorry about that.
Don't worry.
I have 4 roommates, so.
I imagine it gets pretty busy.
Mm-hmm. What was I talking about? Yeah, fighting games.
I did not know there were Yakuza farms for Grand Blue Fantasy.
There are, yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, yeah, I'm a big competitive fighting game guy, and my top 5 fighting games for a while were like Street Fighter Third Strike, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R, Killer Instinct 2013, Skullgirls, and the 5th one changed a lot, but I believe it was Garo Mark of the Wolves.
I don't know what any of those words are.
What about 90s Killer Instinct? I liked them. I grew up with them, but I think Killer Instinct 2013 is just the best version of Killer Instinct ever. But yeah, those were my like top 5 favorite fighting games. And when Grand Blue came out, I said that I was going to be good at this game. I was going to be good with this game. I bought the game a month before it came out in America by getting the Singapore version of the game, which had English dub and English language options. Because for some reason there was a month-long wait between getting it in America. So I bought an Asian copy of the game that had English options for Singapore. And so I bought that version. Loved it. Day one. Was so thrilled to play it. I picked Charlotta, who was a little tiny character who everyone fucking hated fighting.
No.
And I was big ape brain monkey go burr. I came up with a lot of tech, like demon flip delay into a meaty wake up, and they had to hold that, which you don't know or understand, but anyone who played it might. She was so cute, and I love playing her, and yeah, it was fun to play. I beat the main story. I went really hard. I got a lot of the alternate weapons that you can equip to characters, which were purely cosmetic, but it meant that I was like serious business, and people were menaced by me. You know, they were like, "Oh shit, this guy actually has stuff unlocked," whereas everyone else was just playing the competitive version of the game. And I got to SSS rank on the PlayStation 4 version. And then the game died.
Oh.
And you want to know why the game died?
Why'd the game die?
It came out January 2020.
Oh. That's the height of COVID.
That is exactly when COVID started happening.
If anything, it should have thrived. We were all locked up in our little spaces.
Well, here's the issue, okay? It is the last game, one of, if not the last game that I know of, to have what is known as delay-based netcode.
What is that?
Fighting games for a long time, especially Japanese fighting games, because they're stuck in their ways a little bit, which is not to be rude, it's just a fact. They kind of are prideful about things that like they create, so they only like to implement things that they create. They don't take from outside of Japan, essentially. A lot of the time.
Don't be rude. They're stupid.
Delay-based netcode is a fighting game netcode designed by the Japanese that was the regular, essentially, for most fighting games. And what it does is, if you're playing online, if you press a button, it sends that information to the other guy's computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Telling that guy that you pressed a button. If the connection is super like bad, what it will do is it'll press the button and freeze the game
Oh
and
no.
slow it down to a crawl until that button successfully shows up, and then like the animation happens, and the animation will be super slow as well. It will be like like literally a slideshow, essentially like a PowerPoint slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
In order for it to compensate for the bad connection. That's how the peer-to-peer was. That's how peer-to-peer happened. Delay-based netcode was invented to compensate for peer-to-peer, where delay-based will essentially make it so that instead of freezing the game down to a crawl, instead, what will happen is it'll balance it out between both players, right? So instead of the game being completely unplayable, now when I press the punch button, it'll delay it so that my punch button doesn't come out even on my screen until it shows up on his screen, right?
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is it doesn't slow down the game anymore, but it does make it so that I have like a 3-second lag between when I press the button and the button actually coming out on screen. So it makes everything feel like I'm playing underwater, essentially. Like
it's slow.
It's hard. It like visually it's not slow, but it's like everything comes out 3 seconds after I play. Yeah, if you played Smash Brothers Online, it's that.
I haven't played Smash Online. I'd like to play Smash one day.
Or like imagine you're drawing something. So you draw a Triforce from Legend of Zelda. You know what that is, right? Or you draw a triangle, right?
Yeah.
You know what a triangle is.
Triforce.
You draw a triangle. You draw a triangle. How fast can you draw a triangle? Pretty fast, right? It's just 3 lines. You draw all 3 lines.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 seconds later, the lines actually show up.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, I understand now.
So you drawing,
it's true.
So like without delay-based netcode, it was just peer-to-peer. And what would happen is you drawing the triangle would be slow. Like you would be like and then the 3 lines would appear on time, but it would just be super slow with you drawing the line. But with the delay-based netcode, now the lines are fast, right? Like you draw the triangle, but it doesn't even show up for 3 full seconds.
Yeah. That's sounds awful.
Yeah, it is.
Now I understand why it died.
That's what Granblue had, because we were all cooked up in our homes, but it had that, and it was bad.
Oh, okay.
So playing online was awful, and then it died. So now basically it became a Discord fighter, which is something like a bad term for fighting games, where it's like a Discord fighter, where you have to contact people through Discord. Like you join a mutual Discord and you select your region, so you could only play with people through that region, and you have to manually like ask someone if they want to play a match instead of just queuing up like any other game would.
Yeah. Okay,
but
I get it. I get it. I'm not so lost.
But a lot of the Western fighting games, Mortal Kombat, Skullgirls, and Killer Instinct 2013, they had something called rollback netcode.
Oh, I'm confused again.
What rollback netcode is it's a special form of netcode. So there's like delay-based netcode, and then there's rollback netcode, right? Rollback netcode was designed to fix every single issue with online fighting games. And what rollback does is rollback has delay-based netcode or implemented. So like it's using delay-based netcode, right? But it speeds everything up to be almost like it is offline, like it's flawless. And how this happens is you will press a button. It sends that information to the opponent. And this is where delay-based netcode fails, right? Is it takes time to send that information, and that's why it takes like 3 seconds for it to show up on your screen too, because it wants it to be even with both players. But with rollback, you'll press the button, and the game will now actively predict what button you're actually pressing on the opponent's side. So before you even press it, actually, it'll do a bunch of calculations within nanoseconds. So it doesn't have it's like nanoseconds. Within nanoseconds, it predicts what button you're going to press and shows it on their screen, sometimes before you even press it. And if it guesses correctly, if it predicts it correctly, it'll play it actively for both players. It's always constantly predicting things. And if it predicts correctly, then it will actively predict it on time for both players so that there is zero lag. If it predicts wrong, it just does the next prediction, and then the next prediction, and then the next prediction, which takes zero time to do because it's within nanoseconds. It goes through every single possible input you could possibly do. Yeah, and it only rollbacks to correct things.
Interesting.
Which basically means that that there's no lag anymore online, pretty much. Unless you're literally playing someone on McDonald's Wi-Fi or something like that. Then
in the public Wi-Fi.
Then even rollback netcode will fail. It can't solve people just having the shittiest setup ever, but it can solve distance. That's what it solves. I can play people from Japan because now all of a sudden it's good. The netcode is good, and even with 200 ping, rollback netcode just compensates it. So it's just good. So now every fighting game, including the ones from Japan, the Japanese people, this has existed since 2008. Rollback netcode has literally existed since 2008. But only Western games used it, like Skullgirls and Killer Instinct 2013, because the Japanese did not want to adopt it because Westerners invented it. That's literally the reason. That's actually the reason.
Stupid. That's really stupid.
But guess what forced them to change their minds?
A panini.
COVID.
A whole sandwich.
Yep. COVID happened. So they the Japanese developers were seeing that people just were not playing their games anymore because they were like, why would I want to suffer shitty online infrastructure? I could just play a good game, with good online. And so all the Japanese developers were like, oh, I guess we'll make these changes. So now every single anime fighter and all the Japanese games have rollback netcode.
Well, I'm glad they fixed it, but they killed the game.
It literally took a global pandemic. Well, you see, this is where I'm coming to, right? This is the past 30 minutes of me explaining everything because I'm a bad storyteller has led to this moment. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is getting a new version.
Yeah. It is?
And it has rollback netcode.
Oh, so it'll live again.
It'll live again, yeah. And it has new game mechanics and new changes to the battle system. And everyone was incredibly favorable to everything. Big streamers picked up on it. All the content creators are picking up on it. Everyone's saying this is actually a good game now. Because before it was kind of really slow but I still liked it. But now it's there's so much you can do. There's a lot of combo expression. Everything's cool. Lots of new mini games too. Like they added Fall Guys to the game. Unironically, they added Fall Guys, their own little special version of Fall Guys.
I
And
love
it's like,
Fall Guys.
wow, just them having it and like giving the game another chance at life means that they care enough to support it, which means that I care enough to play it.
Mhm.
And everyone is having that mentality essentially. So it's gonna be really popular,
Yeah.
especially because it has actually good online now.
I'm glad it's getting rebooted and it's gonna get all that fancy stuff.
Yeah, and that comes out in less than 10 days. I'm very excited.
Oh,
I will be
dang.
streaming it 100%.
That's a really soon.
Mm-hmm.
There's some dumb stuff like a close +3 loses the throw.
Oh, don't try to, Chillian, don't try to actually explain fighting game. Like, don't try to. What are you doing, man? You're gonna burn her out.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, no, don't. I'm not even gonna explain it.
You mentioned that you traveled to Japan to play. How many times have you been?
Once. That was the only time I've ever been to Japan. It was a dream come true. I loved it, and it's amazing.
I went once too. I'm hoping to go back this year.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you like about it? Did you go to Akibara?
I did go to Akiba, but only briefly. I actually was very overwhelmed. I liked Kyoto the most. It was really calm and pretty, and I woke up because of the jet lag. I woke up every day pretty much at sunrise. So I just like took a walk in the rain through Kyoto and found like this grocery store, and my dad was with me because he also couldn't sleep, and we both like just went shopping for Japanese groceries and then went back to our hotel. It had like a little kitchenette in it, and we made breakfast for everyone while they were asleep, and it was really fun, really nice. It's one of my favorite memories from Japan.
That's awesome. I went with a couple of friends because I went to Evo Japan to compete in fighting games. What, like 3 of the Japanese players there looked me up on Twitter and followed me.
They were like, "Ooh, VTuber."
Yeah, they were like, well, they didn't know I was a VTuber. I did sign up with my same name. So I mean, if you look really hard, technically you can find me on stream because I was on stream for one of the games, but I won't tell you which one.
I'm not.
Good
Don't
fucking
worry,
luck.
I'm not gonna look you up. I don't mean that in a rude way, but just like I'm not gonna. Stalk you.
But like I never cared too much about, like, I care enough to try not to show myself when I can help it, but I also, there was like a risk reward kind of thing where it's like, if I go there with my actual name, like with my VTuber name, you know, Lonestar Colt, and I do really well, then, you know, that's gonna, you know, give me some boost, you know. So that was the risk I was willing to take, and I didn't care if I, you know, had to show my face to do that. It's fine. But in all other cases, I'm like a pretty, you know, like, oh, I don't want to, you know, show my face or anything.
Yeah, I get that. I'm sure Japanese grocery store is just called grocery over there. I know, shush.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I bought clothes in Japan. I went to the Uniqlo or whatever it's called.
Did you leave Tokyo at all?
No, I didn't get to leave Tokyo that much. I think I left like, yeah, Uniqlo. I think I went to the outskirts of Tokyo essentially, but I never really left it. I went to Hokkaido and played in the Hokkaido arcade, which is a notorious fighting game arcade.
Neat.
And I played Guilty Gear Strive, and I was whipping every Japanese player's ass. And they were all cheering me on and like, yeah. And I couldn't understand them at all, but they were like smiling, and we were having a good time. We drank beers together and played Guilty Gear. And then one of the, like, the balding Japanese businessman who with like, he took off his business suit and looked at me, and he pointed at the Street Fighter Third Strike machine. And I was like, oh, I know what's going to happen. And I sat down, and I consider myself not like super good at Third Strike, but like decent enough to know how to play the game and like actually, you know, enter a tournament. But I'm not like some fucking god or anything like that. Like, that game is 30 years old, and people have been playing that since 30 years ago. So, Yeah, no, he fucking smoked me 10-0. I didn't win a single game.
Oh
Like
no.
he actually just demolished me. And like he was snickering from over the screen. He was like pointing at me and laughing, and I was like having the time of my life cuz like we were having like I could tell that he was just trying to like, taunt me but like fun, like not like being mean, just taunt me because to have fun. And
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, I was like all for it. And we like shook hands and hugged afterwards, and it was so fun.
That's
Um
awesome. That's a really great
the
memory.
the balding 50-year-old Japanese businessman whipped my ass. It was
It
amazing.
do be like that.
It
Lone Star
really was
Diego.
amazing.
The,
Lonestar Diego.
the worst part of enjoying competitions is that big tourneys always have cameras and so on. I'd be so afraid.
Yeah, it is. It is. And like it's hard being a VTuber because like some people will like some streamers go there, like some fighting game streamers, and they'll go there to record.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to actively like try my best, like, not
be
to
in it.
be within, yeah, but it wasn't that bad. Like I said, I care enough to try not to show myself, but I don't care enough to like,
You weren't like, paparazzi, no. Don't take a picture of
yeah,
me.
exactly. Like, because I think if you make a big deal out of it, then that puts more eyes on you than
Yeah.
just, casually. Like nobody's gonna notice or point me out if I was just like in the background, like,
Oh no, they streamed.
Yeah, the fighting game tournaments at Offkai were also streamed, and that is actually confusing because it's Offkai, a VTuber. Like this is a VTuber convention,
A VTuber con, and they were.
and they know that, and they were streaming it, and they had cameras on the setups.
No.
They knew what the hell that the event was. It wasn't like Evo where it's like, this is a real life event for real life people. Who won? Chixama? No. Chixama didn't win.
Is Chixama like a famous player?
She's kind of she's more like a big Blaze Blue person, and she's like a very famous Blaze Blue person. She runs all the Blaze Blue tournaments and like is really cracked at Blaze Blue, and so she's like really good and wins tournaments and runs them all the time, and
Yeah.
And she's a VTuber.
Oh, neat.
Now, she's a VTuber now. She used to not be, but now she is.
Love the streamer to VTuber pipeline.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I don't want to say who was there, but I was there. Friend of mine was there. Some other VTuber, very famous VTuber was there competing at Street Fighter 6. And yeah, it was just like, we were on stream and we were just like, this is why? But I didn't want to make a complaint or anything like that. I was just like,
you're just like, I'm gonna play the game
because like I said, I don't care that much, but I was worried for everyone else.
Yeah, I think in some ways men have it a little bit easier as far as like the stalking side of VTubing goes. I don't know how true it is, but I know with
at Offkai there were some really bad issues.
Really?
Like there was this guy who was impersonating a VTuber. I
know there was a guy impersonating Cooksey. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Cooksey was just a clipper.
I don't know. Maybe they are. I didn't watch Cooks. I don't watch them or any of their clips. So I don't know. But they were impersonating them, and that was bad.
Oh, I'm not gonna say for sure that male VTubers have it like easier because there are things that are different. But I know for a fact that female VTubers are probably more likely to get stalked and harassed.
Yeah. There was some stalking issues too. They brought like some people, like some of the staff at Offkai brought a fucking like literally a BDSM thing and pushed it into one of the hotels. Just publicly, just like in front of everyone, just brought a BDSM thing and pushed it into one of the hotel rooms just for all to see.
That's
and like
so
there
weird.
that happened. And then a thing with Koki happened too. She talked about it, so I'm fine sharing this information. But someone walked up to us, me and Koki and 3 other friends, who were also VTubers, and they were a mod, or they were not a mod. They were a con staff. They were actually staff for the convention, and they pointed to Koki and just said her name out loud.
Like her
in front of everyone.
Full legal name?
No. They just said Koki.
Oh.
But, you know, that, you know, in front of everyone. Like,
yeah.
And it's like, and then pointed me out too, and pointed all 3 of the other people out, right? And like, we're just like, you know, he was trying to act like a fan who had the secret info, essentially, right? Like,
yeah. Like, oh, I know who
but
you
what's
are.
worse about it is that they were con staff who actually did get, like, could have potentially possibly gotten our real names because he was an ID checker.
Yeah. That's kind of awful. I hope they banned him.
Well, that alone is pretty awful, but the part that actually takes the cake is the fact that afterwards, after we got home and everything, they made a chat message in Koki's stream that literally said, like, good thing your friends were there, or else I would have done what you always read in hentai. Like, straight in her stream.
What the fudge? That's awful.
And yeah, so immediate call out post, like banned, call out post, banned everywhere, banned on every single stream. Contacted the con, talked to them, banned from every convention after that. Like,
good.
Just he's not allowed anywhere. Yeah.
He gets some help. Exactly. Oh my gosh. People like that are so scary. Because even if they're just making empty threats, you really never know.
Exactly.
Actual moron. Why do they think it's okay? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I have 2 stalkers, unfortunately, and they say some wild stuff. Like, I get text messages from them, and they say,
oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't even know how they got my phone number. One of them started because I don't know who one of them is. All I know is his name is David because he reverse searched my phone number and then started texting me, please, I need you, I love you, come back to me. And I blocked him. I'm like, you have the wrong number. I blocked him right after. Next day I get a text from an unknown number. Why did you block me? And then starts making all these threats. And like, I just blocked him again. And this was like a repeating cycle for a month. And I kept all the text messages and like sent them to the police. I eventually found out this man was in jail after contacting the police for assault and battery. No idea how he got my number. Maybe he thought I was someone else. And the second guy is just because I'm a cosplayer. I cosplay publicly. Not really anymore. But do they have to keep buying new phone numbers? Apparently they were using a service where you could pay for like a burner. And I contacted that service and they said they were going to ban him. But like the second guy was just because I was a cosplayer. As soon as you show some skin online publicly, men start DMing you wedding proposals. Yeah. I've gotten quite a few. Like, I'm a prince in Dubai. Please marry me. I will take you to Dubai. I get these DMs daily.
Prince in Dubai. I mean, Dubai is a hilarious concept of a place, you know? Like, have you seen videos and stuff about it?
Yeah, it's wild.
It's actually insane.
The Indian groom scam. Oh my gosh, I get them so frequently. It's funny. I mess with them for a while too. I also get the sugar mommy scam a lot. Be like, okay.
I need an oil baron to, you know, just deposit $100,000 into my bank, honestly.
Same.
I'd probably sell myself out for that. Not even gonna lie.
I would too. Sugar mommy, sugar daddy, yes please.
Yeah.
Pay for new VTuber
That way I can
model.
immediately give $50,000 to like every single artist I know.
Yes. Please pay me so I can pay artist.
Yes,
Mookie.
I will pay so many artists for like super cool art, super sexy art, like just the works, you know, like everything.
Thank you so much, Mookie, for the 100 bits.
Oh hell yeah. The oil baroning starts now.
I'll marry the first girl boss that allows me to be a house husband that takes care of her and the kids. I want that, but like the opposite. I would be a very happy housewife. Because I can cook. I can cook and I can bake and I can sure...
Oh my god, Tenchi's a trad wife, guys.
I can sure as heck keep it... Well, I can't work. Keep a tidy house. All the work I do right now is kind of like freelance. But it's... I'm not supposed to be working.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. Mookie is married, but his wife also shills for VTubers. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ooh, please take me to Dubai. How romantic.
No, that country is a fucking shit show. That city is a shit show.
It's crazy. There's security cameras everywhere. Your every move is watched.
It is literally the, like, scam capital of the world.
It is.
Everything about it is a scam. The entire city itself is a scam.
It is. It's like, it's to sell you a dream, essentially, is how I feel Dubai is. And then once you leave, it's like, you realize it's very empty and shallow.
Exactly. Oh, no, Chilean. No, it is. Like, every single aspect about it is a scam. Like, and I'm not even joking about that. Like, they build super lavish buildings, right? Like, it has the tallest building in the world in Dubai. And the super lavish buildings make it look really tech and everything. But like everything about it is like, unless you are the richest of the richest of the rich, you're basically nothing.
Yeah.
You get treated like dirt.
They
Like,
still have a caste system.
Like some rich people over there will literally pay poor people $50,000 or something like that.
Oh, I know about
to shit on them.
It's people,
to actually take a dump on them.
People fly there just for that because it's legal. Technically in America, it's not legal.
Yep. Like, some people who are desperate for money will just fly out to Dubai just to get actually like feasted on. I'm not talking about like metaphorically shit on. I'm talking about literally.
It's real.
Like literally doo-doo on my skin.
Mm-hmm. The societal structure is literally a pyramid scheme. It's so true.
Yeah.
And I get these TikToks all the time showing me like a rich Dubai wife, how my husband treats me. And I'm like, girl, you sold your soul for money. And I get it. Get that bag. But like, come on. Don't try to convince us you're happy.
Yeah. No. I would not get shit on. I would not sink that low for $50,000. No.
Mm-mm. You would never get the smell.
Would not sink that though. Maybe for $1 million.
$1 million's a big number. Maybe $1 million.
$1 million is a big number. There comes a point where the number becomes big.
Yeah. What about 50 million? As long as you pay for the flight.
Yeah. But no, Dubai is a hellhole country. And the thing is that like they actively try to keep people there too.
Yes. They'll take your passport hostage.
Mm-hmm. They will actually take your passport hostage.
I've heard
just to keep you in debt eternally.
I've heard nightmare stories of people going there just to visit and then they fall for some scam and the scam takes their passport and they can't get it back.
Yep.
You never get the mental stank off either. It's so true. You just and for 50K. But for $1 million, I think I could live with myself.
Yeah.
That's what I could pay for therapy.
I could pay for anything with $1 million.
Yeah. Therapy, a house.
But yeah, the biggest thing is that you have to, like, never, like, just don't go to Dubai. It is the worst place. Like,
It is.
even your life isn't safe. You know, it's like because some shady people will pay money to just see you die.
Yeah. And no one even talks about like the black market betting stuff they do there. Just because rich people are so bored. They're so bored. They will literally pay to see poor people suffer. And I heard a story from a model. She was working this job that rich people had literally just hired like the prettiest woman they could find and then made them eat the most disgusting things while waving money in their face. And they would be like, okay, I'll give you $300 if you eat this sheep eyeball. And people would do it because they're desperate.
Yep.
Rich people are so weird. It reminds me a lot of The Most Dangerous Game. I don't know if you're familiar with that short story.
I'm not.
It's basically this billionaire would take people who are trapped at sea and then put them on his island because he was bored of hunting animals, and he would hunt the humans down. And then in the end, one human survived and he killed that man, and he lived on the island with like all the money. Because he said that if anyone can survive, I'll give you all my wealth and all my money. And this one guy survived and killed him.
My fucking God.
And here we are trying to cancel Mr. Beast. The thing is, I don't think Mr. Beast actually is as wealthy as he pretends to be. I think Mr. Beast has people invested in selling him as a company.
Yeah, no, he's not. No, that's 100% the case. He's not the wealthiest person ever. He just has investors.
Yeah, people are interested in watching him, and
he is wealthy, mind you.
Yeah, he is wealthy.
But he's not like most of that money that he's donating and stuff like that comes from his brand, not from himself.
He got mad crypto bank. I heard that's how he made money, as he doesn't actually make any money off his YouTube videos. It's all like in crypto.
Yep.
It's pretty interesting. But he does do a lot of good with it. I don't understand why people are so mad at him for giving to charity. But I think people are just mad in general. And they're like, oh, that you could give that money to me instead of donating.
It's because there's like a thing where they're like, he's abusing their position to make a video out of it, right? Like I give 1,000 blind people their eyesight back, and then films all of them, you know.
But they consent to it.
But here's the thing. First of all, they consented. It is illegal to not consent to that. And second of all, they're getting their fucking eyesight back. I'm pretty sure being on a video is the last fucking thing in the world.
If I knew all my medical bills were being paid, I would be like, heck yeah, sign me up tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. But even still, a lot of people are like, well, even with all that, he doesn't have to film it. He could just give it to them, you know? He's actively making money off of their, you know, happiness, essentially. And it's like, so?
So?
They're getting their eyesight back. Who cares?
It's heartwarming.
Who cares? Yeah. Literally, who cares?
People love to be mad. I guess they do. They really do.
But I also heard things about Mr. Beast where he's like a little, like, not stingy, but like pushy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not as good of a person as he pretends to be on camera.
Yeah, but like I don't think anyone is, you know, like I think behind a camera when you're all alone, a lot of people aren't as good as they are in front of other people or on camera.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely sadder.
There's a little bit of a mask that people wear, you know?
No, for sure. Because especially as a VTuber, you're presented with the opportunity to always put your best self forward. Which I think a lot of regular live stream people aren't afforded.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm the same because I made a vow to not lie. Yeah, I'm a really bad liar, actually. I'm awful at lying. I just say whatever comes to mind, to be honest. How do you stay motivated on days that you don't feel like you want to stream? How do you push yourself to keep going?
I just do it. Like today, I was feeling a little bit under the weather, and I was like, I might cancel my stream so I have enough energy to go on Tenchi's later. But then I was like, if I
The
quit now,
karaoke.
then it's like I'm letting, like, I don't want to. I've changed my mindset, essentially. Streaming to me now is not a job. Because before I kind of treated it like it was like a job. It was a chore. It was like, I have to go live in order to, you know, just go live and try to build my brand, blah, 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 blah. But now I'm just doing it to be happy. I just
Yeah.
like being happy. And seeing people show up and cheering me on and, you know, singing along with me. And it was like, man, I'm having so much fun.
It's
I'm glad I
fun.
went live.
Yeah,
So,
I only got to join for a little bit, but you seem like you were having a lot of fun.
yeah.
Grind the algo.
Grind that algo, baby.
What algorithm? This is Twitch.
This is twitch.tv.
There is no algorithm. There is no discovery. I just do it, but bed is so comfy. For me, I feel like it's if I make an excuse one night, I'm gonna keep making excuses. So I'd rather just stream.
No, that is true. Because it's easy to keep going and it's easy to stay not going, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like when I was doing my MMOvember, I was just doing it every single day. And at first it was like, oh God, I just want to not do. But then it just got so easy to just go live every single day and just do it.
Yeah.
And then stopping afterwards to take a break after MMOvember ended was hard. Like I wanted to go live the next day. I was just like, I just want to go and do it. But I forced myself to just stop and then take a break. And now I'm back on a regular schedule. And I think keeping to that schedule is going to be easier than it was before. Because now I have the mindset of just going live and having fun.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, if there's a day where it's like, oh, I'm going to take a break on this day. Sorry, guys, canceling stream. Then the next time I have to go live is going to be harder.
Mm-hmm.
Because I canceled the other stream. So it's harder to go live the next day. Because I want to keep taking a break and do the things that I was doing and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it sucks.
I definitely
so it's easy to stay going and it's easy to stay dormant, but it's hard to shift between the two.
I definitely feel the same way, especially there are some nights that I'm just like, oh, I don't feel like being social. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go on and play games. And people show up, they show up.
Yeah. And then they show up and you have a good time.
Yeah. It's always a great time. Sometimes after ending stream, even though I'm tired, I'm like, I should have stayed longer. I should have played more.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You had that ADHD no thoughts look again.
Yes, that happens often.
I recognize it because I see it in myself too.
It was just like,
Yeah.
No, I heard what you said. It's just, yeah, that happens.
No, I know. I know you're like hearing it, but sometimes it's like, no thoughts. Not a single thought.
Bagata bagapa.
Baga,
Bagaka
baga,
bagapa.
baga.
Oh, obada bagaba. Oh, bagaka.
Do you guys have any questions for Colt? I asked all of my questions. For me,
yeah, do you have any questions for the gayest cowboy alive?
Do you guys have any questions for Lonestar Colt? For me, I always feel like it's getting the chain started rather than keeping it going. That's why they always say that starting the job is 50% of it. What's the origin for the dog ear toggle? Good question, George.
I used to have a cat ear redeem, but everyone like called me like a dog person. And then
yeah, you're a golden retriever.
My middleman, my middle woman, I should say, who was with me getting this model done, right? She suggested it to the artist. She was literally like, "Can you add dog ears, please? Dog ears and a tail toggle right now, please, 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 God, please." And I was like, I don't know if I can pay that. And she goes, I'm gonna pay for it. Just do it.
She needed dog boy.
Yeah, she needed the dog boy. And then the artist was like, okay. And that's literally how it happened.
That's chill.
Yeah, that's literally how it happened.
As an off-kai goer, are the VTuber orgies real? My rats are hungry.
Yes, all of them are real. I had so much sex with every single VTuber. And every other VTuber had sex with each other. We all had sex. We all got pregnant, including the males, and we all had VTuber guilds together.
And they all lived happily ever after.
Yep. Every single one. We had so much sex, it was unreal.
So much
Five Guys was real. Everything, you know, it was just sex, nonstop sex. The entire convention was just sweaty with sex.
VTubing will keep the condom factories up.
And every single viewer will never be able to have sex with us, but every single VTuber has sex with each other. Mm-hmm.
Well,
viewers have no chance. That's just how it is. Sorry, guys.
Can't be parasocial.
Yep. If you want to have sex with VTubers, you have to be a VTuber. That's just how it is.
Who pushed Tob down the stairs?
She fell down herself. God damn it. Tob was like, we were about to leave the airport, and we were seeing Tob, and we were like, you know, hanging out and saying our goodbyes. Me and Hina and Uwu to Oo were there, and we walked away to go to the airport. And at the last second, she thinks, "Oh wait, I should give them some of my merch, for free, just because they're friends." And she runs to us, and just like, I hear a thud behind me, and I look behind me, and it's just her flat on her ass, like covering her face with her hands because she's so embarrassed.
Oh no!
And I was like, Tob, it's okay. Nobody saw. I'm pretty sure nobody saw. And I'm pretty sure nobody did actually see, because like she was in a spot that was like hard for anyone who was up the stairs to see, but also nobody was coming up the stairs from our direction, so they didn't have eyes on her. So it was just her fell down the stairs. I'm pretty sure nobody saw. The only thing I saw was just her flat on her ass.
Oh.
And then she gave us the merch.
Oh, falling down the stairs is so scary. Was Tob high the entire convention?
I will not answer that question. That seems like personal information to me.
She fall down. She did. She felled like a tree.
She did fell down, yeah.
What was your favorite part of Off-Kai? I know there was like a lot of panels, a lot of singing.
Oh, we did karaoke. Me, Hina, Uwu, and Koki went to karaoke, and we fucking did karaoke, and it was so good. It was so fun, and it was such a good time.
She commented a bit. I thought you had a story on that. If people want to smoke the devil's lettuce, that is up to them. That's between them and God.
So I mean, yeah, it's like, obviously they did do some weed, but I don't partake in drugs. I've never done it a single time in my life, so I can't really comment. You know,
it makes you feel weird.
I was there, but I can't do it. I mean, I feel wrong talking about it when I wasn't partaking in it. You know what I mean?
Everyone like glorifies it, but it just makes your senses feel all weird and wobbly.
I don't know. It's I hear that it affects people differently too. So
It does. It depends if you're, you know, using an indica. Indica is indicouch.
mm,
Karaoke box is so good. People overrate all that stuff they do. It's weird.
yeah,
I can get that from
exactly.
alcohol, so... Same thing with the Devil's Tango. What is the Devil's Tango?
No fucking clue
Is
what
that a
that
type
is.
of mango? I love mangoes.
I love mangoes too. Mangoes are delicious.
Mangoes are so good. It's
I
like
really love plums. I love plums so much.
Oh, mango's my number one. That and honeydew. I love honeydew.
I think plums are my number one because I love the sourness of plums a lot.
Do you like pickled
The
plums?
tang. I think so.
I know it's really popular. Mangoes are good, and blue is the best artificial flavor.
So true.
Like those blueberry dum-dums, those are so good. Oh, that's what it's for. For cigs. I did not know that. Every day my cursed internet knowledge grows.
I love having cursed knowledge about the internet. I think it is just the best.
It is. I learned so much. When I started streaming, I was like, oh yeah, I'm the most internet versed in my family. My mom asked me today who the Lofi girl was. She called her Lofi. She's like, do you know who the Lofi girl is? I'm like, of course I know who the Lofi girl is. But then I started VTubing and I discovered I knew nothing.
Holy shit. That's the fact that girl loaf. Girl loaf.
Loaf girl. She has lore. Can't wait for her VTuber debut.
The hole is deep.
It is.
The abyss stares back. I got into VTubing. I got into VTubers, not into VTubing until Amelia, but I got into VTubers because some funny woman on the internet said the N-word. That's how that happened. Sakura Miko from Hololive fame.
Navi knew exactly who it was.
Yeah. And like, you know, it wasn't the fact that it was funny to me. It was just outlandish. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to start watching VTuber. I was like, I don't want to miss moments like this kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to miss moments like this. And so I was there for the stay home, stay home, Dio.
Why did you shout her out?
Yo, shout outs, big ups to Sakura Miko from Hololive.
What if she comes back and she's like, why did they shout me out? If a Hololive member followed me, I think I would cry. Like with happiness and then anxiety. Like, why are you following me?
Yeah, I cried when there's like 2 or 3 famous VTubers that follow me, and I was just like, I immediately cannot like tweet anything, or else I'm going to be cringe.
Oh no, my tweets are already cringe. You've seen them.
Yeah.
I can't change my style of tweets. It's just whatever ADHD thoughts.
Cringe is free.
It is. I'm cringe, but I'm free. Amelia Watson liked and commented on a drawing I made of her within 12 hours of her debut.
Aww,
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
You seem like you respect that a lot, so I would bet on her for one. What do you mean? You mean my cringe tweets? She likes them sometimes. I cried when Biken followed me. For Colt,
Colt 3 sacred
who
followers.
Are your 3,
no.
Who are your 3 sacred followers?
I wouldn't say they're like sacred followers. It's not like a super big deal, right? Like it's just the fact that they're big. and I didn't expect them to follow me.
Who are they, if I can ask out of curiosity?
Pipkin Pippa follows me.
Pipkin Pippa. I love Pepsi
Yeah.
Pippa.
Giga follows me.
Reveal your
Of VShojo.
I love Gigor. She scares me a little bit though.
But she's been following me since way before VShojo.
Yeah.
So, and then
she loves the himbos.
And then who's the other one? Let me check. There's like a website that you can see.
Okay. Oh, you can see your most famous followers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Bacon and eggs. His name cracks me up because I don't know what bacon means, but it's just bacon and eggs. Oh, it's like bacon and I get it now. It's bacon and eggs. It's bacon and okay. It took me saying that out loud to realize what that meant. Hello, Chiabi. Thank you for your lick. Oh, wait, you said lurk. I get it now. Daylight come and we wanna go home. Daddy-o. No way, yes way. Did you guys know that already? Am I the last one to get in on the joke?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about either.
Oh, it's bacon and eggs. Because it's bacon. It's one of Bat's mods, the one that we always shoot.
Oh yeah, bacon. Yeah, okay.
For a year now, I've struggled with if it's baking or bacon.
You know what? I don't think it's actually possible to see your most famous followers anymore.
Oh, that's stinky.
Because Twitter killed the API because of Elon Musk. I totally forgot about that.
Oh. How long has Colt known Bat? She always talks about him as though they were old friends. That's a question for you.
Honestly speaking, I've literally only known them for 2 years.
2 years? That's a long time.
More like 1.5 even. Like I'm relatively a newer viewer of Bats compared to some people. Like I only started watching her during their the very first time she started the Monster Hunter Go. Like the very first stream she started Monster Hunter with the girls is when I started watching her. Because I knew who Mint was before I started hanging out with Bat.
Mint.
Yeah. But then I started watching her, and then I was like, oh wait, I recognize Grape too, because I knew who Grape was before I started watching Bat too. Specifically because she streamed Soul Calibur, and I was really into Soul Calibur. And dude, I remember at the time she only had like 50 viewers. She has grown so much.
She has. They're literally like, since I've been watching her, since Mr. Suffet introduced me, she's grown so much. It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Takahara 101 follows me.
Takahara 101?
Yeah, he is Dragon Ball Abridged. Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
My first Bat stream was the 1-2 Oatmeal Kirby-thon.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Oh dang, his tweets are protected. He only follows 12 people, and you're one of them.
I think that might be an old account or a different account that you're looking at there.
Oh.
Because I don't think that's the case, actually.
Imagine if it was. You're one of the 12 sacred followers.
No, he is in fact following 2,000 people.
Okay. I did not find the right person then. I don't remember my first one because I was on off since March 2021. My first Bat stream was Chrono Trigger. I met Pixel Bat. I remember a Pokemon game
really?
with the waterfall puzzle. I don't remember which was my first one, but I remember seeing Batrick and thinking, yeah, I'm in the right place.
That's cute.
I love Batrick.
I started with their first Monster Hunter stuff, which was a little over a year and a half ago, I think. And I right after they streamed that, I immediately, without like any remorse whatsoever, immediately DM'd Bat. And I said, hey, how does one set up Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on Citra?
She's so smart with technology.
And then she sent me like 200 messages in a row. all information on how to set up for Ultimate.
Nice. She has yet to give me that answer. You gotta try harder, Mookie.
And she was just like, okay, first you got to set up the HD pack and buy all get all the stuff. If you play on an Xbox controller, you can actually switch the buttons out so they resemble Xbox controller stuff. Blah, 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 blah. And then I was just like, yeah, okay.
That's a lot.
Yep. And then that was literally the first thing. And I just started hanging out in their streams more after that. And then we collabed and hung out and got into MMR. And then we talk pretty regularly. It was pretty cool. It's just fun. I appreciate them a lot. They are a very helpful person in my life, in my opinion. But like, I hate them. So don't tell them I said that.
I won't tell her. Her Monhan autism knows no bounds. Look, it's the autistic drive to do whatever you need. I admire people like that, actually.
No, anyone who was in the bat cord like 2 days ago knows, because we just talked about it in the bat cord. But literally, she posted a GIF that was like, mutual servers, Hololive armpits, which is a real server, right? Just literally a server around posting Hololive girls' armpits.
That's so funny.
She posted a GIF. I say GIF. Fuck you.
GIF.
I do not say GIF. GIF is fake. GIF is real life. It's just like Santa is real. People who say GIF don't believe in Santa. People who say GIF don't believe in Santa.
I don't believe in Santa either. Unfollowed, unsubscribed.
Okay. Here's my argument. You don't say JFEG, do you?
No, it's JPEG.
Yeah, it's JPEG. But the P in JPEG stands for photograph.
It does?
Yeah.
Mookie, do not ban Colt.
So why are you guys saying JPEG?
I say JFIF. Mr. Soffit Elite. JFIF. I'm gonna say it like that now. Gosh, now I've picked up a new internet word. JFIF. You can't stop me. I already say good.
Well, yeah, no, I like to say that argument, even though it's like not a real argument.
Don't ban him, JC!
Oh my god, I'm permanently banned. Let's go! Let's fucking go! Now I can do whatever I want!
Guys, he's going crazy again. I can't believe you've done this. Look what you guys made him do. Now he's gonna take a nap on the couch.
I'm spinning.
You do it so fast. It takes me so long to do one spin.
Nah, get owned. Get owned, nerd.
Spin!
Well, let's Beyblade! Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a little nap on the couch here. I'm just gonna here, let me
maybe flip the other way so your head's on the pillow.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're so right though.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
And the table's not blocking you anymore.
Yeah, here, I gotta get a little bit here. There we go.
Perfect.
All right.
If you no.
So.
Yes. Colt, are you more of a honk shoe or a honk me 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 me?
I'm definitely a honk me 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 me. Me.
Colt, when are you racing Celeste with me and biking?
Anytime. Though I haven't really practiced in a while, but I can start practicing so I can keep up.
Now when I say Biken's name, I feel like I'm saying bacon with an accent. Oh god, I can't believe I came to that realization. It's awful.
This is tuna and bacon.
Bacon.
This is tuna, we're bacon. This is tuna and bacon.
The Japanese bacon. Yes? Okay, random question. I have a stuffed animal on my lap. What should I name him? or her? She's a dog. It's a dog.
I believe you should name her him. Patches.
Patches?
Patches.
That's a good name. I don't think I have one named Patches yet.
That's what I name all of the like animal or pets that I get in like video games. I name the first one I name is called Patches every time.
Oh yeah, Mr. Safa has a cat named Patchy. Her name was originally Patches.
That's cute.
But it's Patchy for Patchouli after the game. After
Yeah,
the
patchouli
Tohu
knowledge.
character.
Yep. Okay, wait, I have a question for you.
For me?
Yeah, which two who would fug?
What?
Which two who would fug?
I've never played Tohu.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, I don't know what Tohu is. I know the Bad Apple song. I checked Colt's Throne. What's his stance on Monster Girls? What's his stance on Monster Girls?
No comment.
No comment. That's a fair answer. He pleads the fifth. Probably Sakuya. I'm looking her up right now.
Favorite species now? Dragon girls.
Oh, do you have a thing for grape?
No. Ugh. Ugh.
I meant to say grape species. I don't know why I said grape specifically.
Oh,
Sakuya's so cute. Fully scaled snout or no snout?
Literally just asked me if I have a thing for grape. I cannot. No.
I meant grape
I don't have
species.
I literally do not have a thing for any female VTuber. It's just no. I could say that they're hot. Like if they post like porn of themselves or something like that sometimes, or like something like sexy or, you know, semi-lewd, I'll be like, I'll be the first person to post like the eyes emoji. But like if it actually comes down to it, I'm just like, no,
yeah, because they're your friends.
They're friends.
Are
Yeah,
you more
exactly.
Of a booby guy?
I support all my friends posting the raunchiest, sexiest stuff of themselves possible. But if they ever like if they ever solicit, no, I can't. No,
Lonestar Colt Awooga.
What is a booby? Yeah,
you don't know who booby is?
Nope.
Hang on. I'm typing 1 second. I love Booby. He's great.
When you first said booby, I was like, do you mean like tits? Like, what are you talking about?
And those two, I guess.
No, I'm an ass man. Definitely, for sure.
I'm an all assets kind of girl, I think.
Great assets. Great assets. That Lethal Company is a plague on my fucking existence.
Yeah, Mouse's booby. Not Mouse's. God, I'm word vomit today is real.
Yeah, no, I've never seen booby in my life. And I'm not talking about titties. I've seen those. I'm talking about this guy. I've never seen him.
No, that just sounded so funny.
Fuck.
hang on, Julian here. Oh wait, I copied the image, not the address. 1 second. Here you go, Julian.
Yeah, I don't watch Iron Mouse. I don't usually watch people with big communities in the first place, because there is a little bit of parasocialism, and I like small to medium-sized chat rooms and stuff like that, because it's like there's a chance that I get to, you know, be seen and noticed.
No, there's definitely a lot of parasocialism in big VTuber communities.
And it's not like I'm like super wild. I think it's normal to be like, I want to be, if I say something, I want it to be read.
Yeah, you want to be acknowledged.
You know? And that's just, that kind of feeling is just literally impossible in bigger chats. Like you will never, like once in a million chance for that to be happening, you know, because it's impossible for them. And it's definitely not their fault.
No, it's not.
You know, it's not their fault at all. It's
flocked. notice me. Mookie, you've been acknowledged.
It makes me feel a lot of anxiety.
Clipped instantly. Oh, they clipped you.
I
They
One second,
clipped you.
let me see this.
I think the big groups are sad in some points because mods power trip all the time in huge communities, so it becomes an us against us. I
A
think
little bit, yeah.
I think so, but I think it's also like when you have 5,000 people chatting at a time. I've seen what Iron Mouse does. She goes quiet for like a minute. She picks a random comment and then she discusses it for a minute and then she does that again. But like when you have 5,000 people in your chat who are all vying for your attention and half of her comments are just, Mouse, acknowledge me. Mouse, I love you. It's hard.
Yeah. It's just no, I just don't.
And
I don't watch Iron Mouse. I recently how do I say it? I recently like unfollowed a lot of big VTubers too. Because I realized I never went into their chats or anything like that. I never visited them. I never watched them. I don't know what their communities are about. So I like unfollowed Iron Mouse. I unfollowed like Zentrea. Um,
Mhm.
most of the Shoujo girls, uh, except for Giga, who I have like talked to and actually do know their community and stuff like that. Um, and it's not because I don't like them. It's just that
yeah,
I never
you
felt
don't.
like I belonged theirs, and I never watched their stuff. And so, yeah, that's just how that is.
I've been doing the same thing, to be honest. Like, I started watching Onigiri in the beginning, and now I just never visit her streams. So I stopped following her. Exactly. If you don't intend to watch someone, there's no reason to follow. And unfortunately, when I first started out, a lot of people were like, do follow for follow. I would be like, okay. And then they never came. So I just unfollowed them all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she started flesh streaming. I have no problem with her flesh streaming. There's a lot of people in her chat, and I just stopped watching her because her hours kept changing. They were so inconsistent.
Exactly. And that's fine, I think. It's fine to just not watch, just not follow people you don't watch.
Yeah.
Nothing against them
No,
at all.
It's just that you don't why
I don't engage in the community and I don't know them. And every single time I just see them go live, it's like just one more spot cluttering my follow list that I don't really watch.
exactly.
So, unfollow.
Head just went empty because of music.
I love music so much.
I do too. Half the time I listen to music, I'm like, oh yeah, this is head emptying music. It's just that everyone streams at the same time. It's hard. For me, it's about finding quiet hours in my home. Otherwise, I'd probably do more like morning streams. But I also did test a lot of different hours, and I found the evening hours were the best. What inspired Colt to go into streaming? What inspired you to become... Well, I think the answer was Amelia Watson, right?
Yes.
He was inspired
And
by
also, I just like to make people laugh. I wanted to, I see other people doing it, so I was like, I kind of want to try this. But then only when I became a VTuber did I start actually wanting to try. Because I've streamed on Twitch before with just a normal cam and stuff, and I would always start a little bit, but then stop because I didn't find it that fun. But now I find it a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, I understand that because, like, as a cosplayer, it was fun for a while, and then there's just... Lately, the cosplay community is just yucky. But being a VTuber is so much more fun because if there's less pressure to look a certain way. What is your favorite part about streaming? That's a good question.
Honestly, it's gotten me out of my shell about a lot of things. Like I used to be very holed up, quiet, but now I'm talking to people, exploring new things, having fun with a community that I can call my own, and it just feels very good to have tried something new and have fun with it.
Hmm. I
And
love.
I really want to start looking into alternative methods of creating content like YouTube videos and stuff like that. Um, but I need to get down like a proper workflow and actually try my hardest to actually do work instead of
Yeah,
just play a video game when I'm off time,
it's hard. It's definitely hard to find time. Especially because then it's not just filming the video, it's also editing the video, adding music and effects and all that stuff.
Exactly.
That's why I always liked the photo side of cosplay more than like the TikTok side, because with the TikTok side there was so much more stuff to do. With photography, it was like I just set up my shot, I take the picture, I edit the picture, and I post, and that's it. Any advice for people who are interested in streaming but too anxious to take the first step? I actually have very bad anxiety. I have very bad social anxiety. I find that using a model to stream makes it a lot easier because I'm not insert legal name. I'm Tenshi Hazuki. I'm a character that I made up and I can play. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. And I think if you want to get into streaming just in general, the best way to do that really is just first of all, you need to take a hard look at what it actually means to be a content creator. So streaming is content creation. And if you're what is the reason you want to do it is the biggest like thing that you have to ask yourself. What is the reason you want to start doing it? Do you want to do it because of fame? Do you want to get famous? Even if like a micro celebrity, do you want to like have viewers watching you and like have a community? Because if you want that, there are other things you can do that might be easier.
mhm.
Um, but if you want to actually make content, stream video games, create your own chill and community of people who watch you for you, and you know, then it might be something to look into. And the biggest thing, the biggest tip I have, if you want to like take that first step, is to take a long look at the reason you want to stream, and then decide if it's worth it or not.
And please don't dive all in with all the fancy assets of VTuber models
Yes,
before you even try it.
yes. Do not like do a test stream. Do a few. Maybe you could do some private Discord streams. Like treat it like go onto the Discord and treat it like
Treat it like your life.
you're streaming there. Yeah.
If you plan ahead, it goes much well than trying to work on impulse. I know I usually have a content plan, but I don't usually do it for VTubing, and the reason is just because I want to have fun as a VTuber. I don't really like doing all the administration part of it, like the editing and the clipping. I just come here to have fun and play games.
Yeah.
Commission animated emotes before you're even affiliated. I see the gunslinger design. Do you get into Lonestar characters sometimes, or are you just Colt?
I love gunslinger characters. Like I always try to play gunslinger characters in video games, and I love them in anime and everything of the sort. Yeah. It's just a me thing that I really like.
Is it hard to separate yourself from your online persona outside of stream? No. Not for me personally. I have heard people who do start to struggle with it and get kind of like borderline multiple personality because they can't separate themselves from their VTuber identity.
Mm-hmm.
Do you struggle with that at all or no?
Sometimes, honestly.
Like, do you ever find yourself in the kitchen and be like, okay, Lonestar Colt, we're gonna make a sandwich?
I don't talk to myself that way, no, but I have a problem with my IRL friends talking to me that way.
Oh.
Like, because they know what I do,
Mhm.
and they'll just be like, "Hey," and they mean like they're being mean on purpose, or like not being mean, but like they're
They're
fucking
being
dogging on me
friends.
on purpose. Yeah. So it's just fucking funny.
Is your fan base called the Lonestar Colt?
No, it's called the Outlaws. You guys are outlaws if you're my fan.
Outlaws is good.
Yeah, I think so too.
The major issue is VR. Many people fall into the illusion and start to blur the line between reality. I've heard of people struggling a lot with VR. Like, there's entire VR communities, and people basically spend their entire lives as furries there.
Yeah. I mean, VTubers are the new furry suit, in my opinion.
Pretty much, yeah. We cost just as much. Would Colt ever have a chat mascot? Would you ever have a mascot?
Yes, I've actually been getting one designed.
Ooh. Are you gonna have it connected to TTS so chat can bully you?
Yes, of course. Absolutely.
You gotta.
I don't know. It's still in like super early design, but I can't really show anything yet, but it's coming. It's definitely coming.
It's gonna be a horse. Because you're a cowboy, you need a horse.
Well, I have a horse. His name is Showstopper, but he's
You
not the
do?
mascot for people. He's just a little guy. Yeah.
Just a little dude.
He's like a little Batrick.
When are you getting the gender bend model so we can call you Lone Star?
I've
Oh,
actually been
Lord.
drawn as a girl before. Multiple times.
It's the ponytail. Mascots are harder to make than a character,
It is
honestly.
long.
I don't think Shishi was hard to make. Shishi was easy to make.
Mascots are pretty hard for me to come up with the design because I want it to be recognizable, cute, simple, that anyone can draw it, stuff like that.
I mean, mine was just like, I wanted it to be a round shape. Shishi took some brainstorming, but once I drew like the circles, I thought this is good.
Yeah.
Because at first I
just heard my
wanted it to be.
headphones low battery.
Oh, it's okay. Do you need to go?
No, not necessarily. Just they're at low battery now.
Okay. Just let me know if they do die and you need to like run off or something. It might look simple, but you need to express so much with so little. That's true. They're the ultimate goal, like Pesto. Wait, who's Pesto? Make the mascot a talking gun.
A talking gun. That'd be hilarious, but no. That would be hilarious though.
I'm looking up this uni. They are not coming up on Twitter. I'm confusion. You'd have a toggle to put a cigarette in its barrel and make it the smoking gun. That would be brilliant.
That would be good. I'm gonna stand up now. Woo. Oh, it's so uneven now. I could tell it's uneven. There we go.
I think I'm still
That's standing
sideways,
upright.
probably.
No,
Just a little bit.
you're upright. Oh, just a little bit, maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Colt is tall compared to Tenchi.
Oh yeah, let's size comparison. So like our
tall
our heads are the same size. Yeah. Okay. So here you go. Height comparison.
Everyone's tall compared to me. There.
Oh my fucking god.
It is quite the difference.
Oh my god.
What do I reach? Your hips? Maybe?
Yes. You reach like my tummy.
We're
Don't ever talk to me or my child ever again. What's my written height? Yeah, what's your written height?
my written height? Wait, I think they're asking. No, they're asking your written height.
Yeah, and I'm asking yours.
You first.
5'9".
Oh, you are very tall. I am only in the 4s.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm very small. It's a bit disproportionate then? What do you mean it's disproportionate? Both of our feet are on the floor. I'm not floating or anything to be taller.
Maybe I can make myself like zoom out a little bit. I'm trying to make our head sizes similar because that's what I'm basing it off of. So yeah, like this would be, here you go. That would be more accurate.
It's still much taller.
It is much taller, but now it's more accurate. Come up to my chest.
How's the weather up there?
It's really bad up here. It's snowing all over the place. I'm frozen.
Snowing? I love the snow.
Yep. I hate the snow. I hate cold in general. I hate cold weather. I'm a very big warm weather enjoyer.
I like both. I like all the seasons.
I like people who are like, cold is better than hot because you could just put on more layers. I think those people are dumb.
No, I think all seasons are good.
I don't think they're dumb, but like it's just like that's like the dumbest argument I've ever heard.
It's a little bit dumb, but but also like I like fall because it's the perfect temperature.
Yeah.
It's like 60 and the trees are all crispy and you can drink a lot of apple cider and have pumpkin donuts. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I prefer cold because my computer puts out a steady flow of heat. That's sad for you. I like fall/autumn thematically. I do too. I love the aesthetic of fall. I am a big cozy sweater kind of girl. Is your favorite season summer?
Yeah, I do like summer. I think I like spring the most though.
Spring is nice. It's pretty. You get all the flowers blooming and lots of it's rearing season, so you get all the baby animals.
Yeah.
Do you guys have
What's your favorite kind of animal?
A duck. I love ducks.
Really? That's so cute.
They're so cute and small. I love them. What's your favorite animal?
I am a big dog enjoyer, honestly speaking.
Dogs
big dog,
are so
not
good.
Not tiny dogs, big dog.
Like a wolf?
I mean, I like tiny dogs too, but I like big dogs the most.
Like
no,
an Irish wolfhound?
No. Like a golden retriever, you know, like
like a standard sports size.
Yeah, because I know like my mom growing up only ever got like cute small purse dogs essentially, and it was like that shit annoyed me to no end. Like I always wanted a big dog, and they never gave me a big dog.
Big cuddly dog.
Exactly.
Goldens are such good dogs too. They're so cute and they're so happy. I prefer cold because no bugs outside. The bugs go back where they belong, in the ground. I like all dogs. All dogs are good dogs. Keep getting
dogs are good dogs. Yeah.
They are. I keep getting all these videos on TikTok of people's pets that are making me cry. Like, please stop showing me the cat you rescued off the side of the road. I'm gonna sob.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's the worst.
I know, and I can't stop watching them either. Every time
a lot of those people like fake that, right?
They probably do, but it tugs at my heartstrings. I'm compelled
to fake that in the worst way.
That's why the ones that are asking for donations, I usually do like triple checking on them before determining if they're real or not, and I should feel bad. Like I saw one today and they're like, "Oh, please help my cat Sophie." And all the comments are like, "This isn't your cat. This is Marcus from this animal rescue that was rescued in 2009. You're a liar." It's like, oh, I was feeling so bad, and then I read the comments.
No, but like a lot of those people hurt the animals on purpose to go back and then rescue them.
That's awful.
For clicks. It's actually awful.
That's so awful. Now I feel awful because there was this one today. They found a cat on the side of the road, and it was blind, and it had cancer, and it had a gunshot wound in its hip. It was like, who would do that to a cat? Its jaw was broken.
I mean, like, some of them are real, but some of them are literally just for clicks.
I feel like that that one must have been real, because if your cat has cancer, why would you shoot it in the hip if it was like to take off, you know, the cancer?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just, man.
Feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man.
Do they want Jackie? I think you're the only one that can handle Jackie, George. But Jackie is still in kittenhood, which is why she's so wild. George names his cat human names. It's very funny.
George Chungus.
Like Lois. But their dog's name is Spoon.
Lois. Oh, Lois. Oh, Peter.
I have a feeling that's why he did it.
I can't believe Peter Griffin's in Fortnite.
It's weird. Like, out of all the characters they could have collabed with, the horse is here. I think about that regularly. For no reason. Why Lois and not Peter Kitten? Peter Kitten's such a cute name.
I would name my cat Peter Kitten.
I think if I had a cat, I'd name it something like really stupid, like Captain Squiggle.
I used to have a cat named Scooter Boots.
That's so cute. Did it have little mitten boots?
Yeah, it looked like it did. It had like, you know, like the paws were darker than the...
Yeah, I love that.
But it was only on their hind legs, which made it like they were wearing boots.
Socks.
Yeah, he's wearing little boots.
Oh, I love that. I love animals.
I love animals too.
There used to be a dog in my neighborhood, and it walked so politely, I can't describe it. But this dog looked so polite the way it walked, and I would watch its feet like entranced. Be like, why do you step like that? Why do you walk like that? So fancy for what reason? Do you guys have any more questions for Colt, by the way?
Yeah, anyone more questions? I am available to solicit.
He can answer all your questions. Unless they're not TOS appropriate, then you can ask those in Discord.
Yes, ask me those in Discord. Please do, actually.
What?
What? What were we talking about?
What's the greatest thing about Texas?
How big it is, idiot. Duh. Like, it's so cool and massive, and man, love how big Texas is.
Colt's favorite movie.
Favorite movie?
It's a hard one.
Speed Racer. The movie.
Good answer. That's a great movie.
Either that or Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Everyone says that, but I just haven't had the chance. Speed Racer is a great movie, though. I love that movie. Are you aware of the Xeno Clash series?
No.
Good answer.
I have no idea what that is.
Maybe like Xenoblade?
I've never... Well, I've only played Xenoblade a little bit.
I've never played it at all. I keep seeing things about it. Everyone says it's a great game. Good night, Roarcore. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Have a good eep.
Have a good eep.
When did the evolution of Sleepy to Eepy happen? It feels like it was just this year. All of a sudden it popped up and I told myself, Eepy is so stupid, and now I keep saying it. I'm like, I'm so Eepy.
I love saying Eepy. I'm Eepy. It's so like cute and weird and cute and cute.
But at first I was like, I'm never saying Eepy, and now I'm like, oh, I'm so Eepy.
I'm so Eepy.
It's the same thing with Sag. I'm like, I'm never gonna say Sag and Madge. That's so dumb, and now it's all I say. My de-evolution of English. I worked hard for this English. It's a different series. Surreal. Beat 'em up. Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs. What's a game with gunplay that you like?
Red Dead Revolver.
It has revolver in the name.
Not Red Dead Redemption.
Is it not related?
They are related.
Oh, okay.
But Red Dead Redemption is like a weird open world game based on the Red Dead series.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one everyone knows. Red Dead Revolver came out a few years earlier, and nobody knows what the fuck it is anymore.
RDR was the only game I played in that franchise. Well, at least one person knows, and it's George. Good job, George.
Yeah, no, Red Dead Revolver is way better than Redemption and Redemption 2. I honestly hate how people only know Redemption and Redemption 2 because they're open world, they have good stories, good characters. It's like a simulator of a cowboy. I don't like that. I like the arcadey, shooty version of the game that Revolver was. It's super arcadey, feels like a game that I could pick up and play at any time. And like I don't have to spend 700 hours on a horse traveling from one city to the next.
The horse is here. Did you say Revolver? I only played Redemption, Sag.
Yeah, no.
It's
basically just God Hand with guns. Yeah, it's exactly.
I like the shooty games because I can just go in and go like pow, pow, pow.
Kablowy!
Exactly. It's like, oh, but I don't like when I get shot. It's okay if I shoot other people, but if they shoot me, it's rude.
Yes, I agree. Completely, 100%.
Like, why are you shooting me, man? I know I was trying to kill you, but come on. Do you ever hold up your gun when you're playing like a gun game?
Yeah, all the time actually.
It's to the theme. I'm gonna stick you up.
I'ma stick you. Oh, actually, that's kind of no. I should not say that. That's kind of lewd in some ways. Never mind.
If you say it in the accent, I don't think it's lewd because everyone knows what a stick up is. It means you're gonna get.
Well,
robbed.
everyone knows what a stick up is, but like saying I'm gonna stick you or something like that. Like that's.
I guess. I asked
everyone this, but what made you decide to do this interview? Because this person I've watched and is cool, and so I decided to say yes because of that reason.
Guys, someone called me cool. I'm not lame anymore. I'm probably still lame. But thank you for being here. I'm having a fun time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm having a lot of fun too. Though I do need to go shortly.
Yes. Oh,
food's ready and stuff.
Oh yeah, and it's probably late there already. I know it's late here.
Yeah, it's 10:30.
Oh, you're an hour behind me. You didn't eat dinner yet?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
I ate a bowl of cereal when I woke up, and that's it.
Oh my gosh, how do VTubers survive?
Hell
It's literally like the worst self-care you've ever seen.
yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining me, Colt. I had a great time.